a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel no winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back again. Welcome back. Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Blue Clouds Media. Thank you very, very much for joining us here on today's show. Tonight, we are leading with a major story that has sent ripples through the transfer world. The stunning revelation that Raheem Sterling rejected a last-minute transfer to Bayern Munich. This was more than just a simple no. We will be dissecting the complex reasons behind the decision, from the critical role his family well-being played in these vital questions of a guarantee starting position under his former teammate Vincent Kompany, who is now the manager for Bayern Munich. Following our in-depth analysis of this transfer saga, we will turn our attention to the latest news at Stamford Bridge, including a full breakdown of the Carabao Cup fourth round draw and our upcoming match against Wolverhampton Wanderers. We will encourage you to join the conversation and share your insight and in the live chat and let us know what you think of these Raheem Sterling situation and the draw from the Carabao Cup. I always like to say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more news on this platform. Make sure you keep a bell notification icon active at all times so you don't miss anything from BCM Sports. My name is Nate Zion, alongside co-pilot Stephen G is here with me, and we're going to take you guys through interactive, intriguing, interesting, and conversation of these latest news from, English Premier League. So stick with us. Do not go anywhere. Nate Zion and Stephen G will walk you through the next hour and a half of live, interesting live stream. Stick with us. Nate Zion, Stephen G will be right back in just a second. Hello, Stephen G. Good evening to you, and welcome back to the show as usual.
How you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing good. It's just another day with a big chilly weather here. What's the weather like in your place?
It's all right, I think. To be honest, not really been anywhere, so yeah. I think it's a little bit colder, but it is what it is. My room's apparently 25 degrees. I can tell you that much. That's not fun.
All right. You know how we do it. We come over here every day and look into matters that are happening on social media or X, one of them, social media, or even Chelsea, as it is in our niche of the topics that we all talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time on Chelsea. But a big story today, Steven. Big story being revealed by the Athletic, and I'm trying to share that on my screen, so I have to move away from these.
I've already got the Twitter link up. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay, if you have that, then I'll get this one off my screen, and we can use yours. If so,
share screen.
I was going to use the one from Discord. Click on it.
From what?
The one from Discord. No.
That's right.
Oh,
it's the tweet from the Athletic. It's what I sent in the Discord.
Yeah, I was going to use this layout. Anyway, reports came in from the Athletic. We all know where we stand on Raheem Sterling. Before the transfer window ended, there are multiple links with Raheem Sterling to join, different football clubs. But then we all know where he stands. He wants to be in London. He doesn't want to relocate his family members and all that kind of stuff. So he decided not to move on with his career, play football, but stayed in London. And I don't know how many London clubs wanted Raheem Sterling. But today, another report coming from the Athletic that Bayern Munich made at least last attempt in the summer to convince Raheem Sterling to join them. We know his relationship with Vincent Kompany. He played with Vincent Kompany over a period of time. So they know each other. And Vincent Kompany tried to bring him to Bayern Munich, but Raheem Sterling refuses. What is the outcome of Raheem Sterling? His future trajectory moving forward and all that. Also, we're going to look at his family, related to his family and all that kind of stuff. What do you make of this?
In terms of the family side of things, or just
we start from Raheem Sterling, the situation with Raheem Sterling himself as a player. Where do we go from here?
I've said already, personally, I think if we look at it as not just Sterling as a player, but also football being a business, from the player's perspective, it's a bad business move. Because sure, you'll go sit and still earn your money and this, that, and the other, yeah? But you're not going to get back in the England squad. You're not going to be playing games. So what do you aim to get out of this? You've earned stupid money your whole career. Yeah, like stupidly high money your whole career. And now, instead of going, you know what? I've got enough money. I'll go on a loan move somewhere. Maybe I'll get a permanent move. You've gone, no, I'm going to reject all that because I just want to stay in London and that's all I want to do. So he's brought this on himself. In short, he brought this on himself, this whole situation. And then the PFA got involved, and it turned out that Chelsea done nothing wrong, which is as expected. The players, in terms of him and Disasi, have coaches with them when they're training. We're not asking them to train at midnight or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. They're asked to train in the evening Sterling put up that post. I think it was 8:20 p.m. The other day. So it's okay. It's late and you got family and stuff, but you would have been training in the evening potentially, regardless. You're just doing it separately, so it's not a massive difference there. So yeah, you've sort of bought it on yourself, and it turned out that Chelsea did nothing wrong as expected, because we're not treating the players wrongly in the sense of we're not asking them to train at like ridiculous hours. Like I said, it's not like we're asking them to train 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, for example, and they're still training at Cobham, where you have some of the best facilities in terms of what you can possibly get in terms of world football. So they've still got access to all that, and they've got a coach with them. So yeah, it was obvious that Chelsea weren't doing anything wrong, but PFA didn't get involved when Arsenal done it with players like Mesut Ozil, did they?
Yeah,
Funny that.
No, it wasn't.
No, only when Chelsea do it. Don't forget, United done similar last season with certain players as well. Nothing happened there either.
Nacho was part of them. Nacho was part of them. Rashford was part of them.
Yeah. But as soon as Chelsea do it, red flag, we got a problem. Yeah, funny that. We notice these things. We are not blind. We are not stupid. We are very aware. That's all I'm saying. In terms of media, we are very aware of what is going on. And in terms of the Premier League, the FA, the PFA, how certain teams are treated differently, not just Chelsea, other teams as well. Yeah. How certain teams are treated differently to certain other teams. We notice these things. It's not uncommon for certain teams to get different treatment. But yeah, like I said, on the player side of things, he's brought it on himself because he's so adamant that he just wants to stay in London. Munich to London is a 2-hour plane flight. 2 hours. You're 2 hours away, literally. Munich to London, 2 hours.
How about Munich to Galatasaray?
Well, that wouldn't be relevant because
How about London to Gala? How far is it? How far is to Gala? How far? Guys, if you're watching us live, we're discussing the latest report from Athletic.
4 hours.
Gala to is it Celtic? How far is it?
You mean London to Glasgow?
London to Celtic.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
By plane,
if you're joining
us, an hour 10 to an hour and a half.
So saying even shorter than even going to Bayern Munich. So
well, of course it's within the UK, so of course it's got to be closer. Yeah. You're the same island.
All right. So just like I said, guys, if you're watching this live, we're discussing the latest report from The Athletic, revealing a very shocking decision by Raheem Sterling as he rejected to join Bayern Munich over in the summer. We know his relationship with Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta, invited him on a loan spell at Arsenal. And also Vincent Kompany has a very, very good relationship with Raheem Sterling. He turned it down. Vincent Kompany wanted to see if he can join his team and help his team out. But then he turned it down to stay in London because he doesn't want to reallocate his family. So yeah, he doesn't want to join, move away. But we are looking at the sporting aspect of Raheem Sterling's career, and also we're gonna look at the family and situations. Also, how long he's been away. He's been away to how many clubs has he been, and does it really affected his family? We don't really know about that. Maybe psychologically it did, but we're looking at the career of the footballer. Is it the end of Raheem Sterling? To me, from what I'm seeing, we're still on the player aspect before we get into the family. To me, I think Raheem Sterling's career is done. It's done. If there is any ambition in Raheem Sterling, feeling maybe I'll try and work hard so I can get into the Three Lions national team since the World Cup is coming, so I can get to it and see if I can play my last World Cup before my career comes to an end. Raheem Sterling is not giving that option. He's not putting the option there for any football club to hire him. But then he's sitting on a huge wages, so he can just bluff around, play around. I know Chelsea's. I can sit here, get all that money, and not play for Chelsea and get paid. But something has to change. I know player power is there, but it's too much for these players. The club needs some power. The club also have to take some power, and people have to jump in and say, "Look, what you're doing to the club is not good." They're trying as much as they can to find you a football team, and you're rejecting all of them. Okay, then it's up to you. Will that law comes in and say it's up to you? You have to find a club for yourself. If you have rejected 1, 2, 3 clubs that we've offered you, you have to find club for yourself. Else, you will be taking half of the payment off, or the club will be taking half of the payment off if you don't find yourself a football club. Steven, what do you think of this? If they should put this law in, that if the club try as much as they can, 3 clubs for you, and you did not join, it means that you have to find club for your own self. If you don't, then the club will take half of your wages away.
You can't force a player to go to clubs they don't want to go to.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. If they are trying to give you options and you're not making it happen, then they give you the opportunity for you to find a club before the deadline day. If you don't get it, the club, then it means that half of your wages will be gone.
I think that's a harsh way of doing it. I think there's other ways you could potentially go about the situation.
It's not too harsh, Steven. It's not too harsh for you not to try.
No, but you're basically saying that a club can go to any player and go, "We want you out, so here's an offer, here's an offer, here's an offer." Yeah. But then you're basically saying a club could do that to any player. So if Chelsea wanted to, they could go to any player, go, "We want you out. Here's 5 offers. If you don't accept, we're docking your wages 50%. That's what I'm saying. Like, it gets to a point where you can't do it because then clubs will take way too big of an advantage of having the ability to do that. That's what I'm saying.
But is the player not also taking advantage of the club at this point?
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. There needs to be some sort of... If that was to become a thing, there'd have to be some sort of guidance which would restrict a club from being able to do it to any player they want, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There'd have to be some sort of guidelines where it can't happen to every player and stuff like this. Because at that point, I can just go up to say, I don't know, say I was at United, right? I could go up to Matthias de Ligt, for example, and go, "I want you out. If you don't get a move, I'm taking 50% of your wages." Same for Maguire. Same for Bruno. I could do that to any player I wanted. That's what I'm saying. And there would have to be some sort of very strict restrictions on that if there was to be some way of implementing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's harsh, because then clubs take way too big of what's it called? Advantage of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying there's probably other ways around it.
All right, so thank you very much, Steven. Guys, we're trying to come up with a solution. What both clubs, what FIFA can do, or what the Premier League can do on both sides to help the clubs out, to help the Premier Leagues out. Now, I feel like, with the player power, the club don't have much to say now. The players can stay at the football club and run their contract down when they have no use to the football club. The football club doesn't want you anymore. Okay, we have to try and find your football club. But the player said, "No, I'm not going to that football club. I'm not going to this football club. I'm not going to that football club." But then you don't want to find. You don't want to help yourself find a move. So, you can find yourself a football club, but then you're benefiting from us. You are an employer with employee. You're with you are with the football club. They're paying you every week, but you're not doing a job for them. How incredible is this?
I think this comes back to the thing I was saying about there'd have to be some sort of
big up to you, Dan.
Regulation.
Yeah.
Where it's, for example, say for instance, the club have informed Sterling, "You're not wanted here anymore. You're not going to get game time," right? then Sterling doesn't actively seek a move. That's where I'm saying it's different compared to what you're giving as an example of if a club could basically have free will to do it to anyone. That's where I'm saying it's different, right?
Yeah.
Because a club isn't going to say to, for example, Bruno, right, at Man United, right? The club isn't going to say, unless he actively does something wrong, you're not playing. So you wouldn't be able to put this thing in place of, like, you're going or we're docking you 50% because you've said that you want him to leave, but you haven't said you're not going to play him. Whereas Sterling, everyone knows that Chelsea want to sell Sterling. Everyone knows he's not in the plans and everything like that. So that's where I'm saying it's kind of different, but it have to be even more strict than the idea I'm giving you now. It have to be really, really strict in terms of no room for maneuver. Give me 2 seconds. I've got to grab my charger from my laptop.
All right. Thank you very much, Steven. And big up to you, Dan. Chelsea Dan in the building. Big up to you, Dan. And big up to my friend Natalie Haywood. He said, if this news is true, then I don't understand why Sterling doesn't want to leave and go to Bayern Munich. Very, very interesting, brother. It is brother and sister. And very, very interesting. Brothers and sisters out there. It is very, very interesting. It's right here. Steven, can you read that for us? The highlight was Sterling point.
Sources close to Sterling point out he was reluctant to move his family to Germany or be away from them for what could be 9 months, especially with little guarantee of featuring regularly. That's why.
So he wasn't sure if he was going to start or have more game time.
And but it's all up to you. Move his family or be away from his family. But for example, I think Conte did it when he was Chelsea manager, and I think Tuchel did it when he was Chelsea manager, right? Their families, okay, Tuchel, it was more towards the back end where there was a falling out, and then I think they resolved everything in the end and whatnot. But with Conte, I think his family were still in Italy, and he'd just fly over and come back and stuff. And people say, yeah, but he's a manager, not a player. Yeah, but the manager is there for the training. He's there doing the same hours as the players. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like, say, for instance, I don't know. Say, for instance, Sterling went on loan to Bayern Munich. Say he did accept that, right? Then, what's to say he couldn't come back when they've got a day off, come back for a day, go back for the next day before training, so you're here overnight and whatnot, and go back the next day and do it that way. It's not like I'm at the club, I literally cannot leave the country. That's not how it works. You're allowed to leave the country, just don't miss training. So there would be ways around it.
Right. There should be a way around this. Big up to you. Good evening to you, Max. Max, I think, Max, big up to you. I hope you're doing very well. Max said the big up to me and Steven. Says Sterling wanted to stay in London. Yeah. But Max, the question is, what is really motivating Sterling to stay in London? At his age, you may think that. Yeah, at his age, you may think that he has to carry on playing football because, I mean, how much long does he have playing professional football or in the highest level? Not many. He's moved on to Arsenal on a long spell. It never worked for him. You get what I'm saying? It didn't work. It didn't. Arteta, who he even have a good relationship with, Arteta knows much of him, but couldn't give him much game time. He needs to step up. Now, Vincent Kompany also came in, thinking, I know this geezer. I've worked with him before. I'm going to give him a chance. Yeah, I know this geezer. I've worked with him before. I want to give him a chance. But he turned it down because he's not been guaranteed mini game time. Look, mate, you got to go to Germany. Go and work hard. Go and train very hard. Let Vincent Kompany see that kind of workaholic in you, that you're ready to kick the ball. Bayern Munich, little players at Bayern Munich right now, legs are gone.
But also
Kimmich, legs are gone. I know you don't play the same position. You can do better. You have a lot of experience, and World Cup is also very close here. You can work out when you get a few more games that I'm sure Thomas Tuchel is going to call you if you start banking a few goals. So where is the motivation? Why is he not moving on? Celtic came in. We never had anything. Galatasaray came in. Nothing. Who else?
Bayern Munich,
Steven?
nothing.
Bayern Munich, nothing.
Aston Villa, I think we're in for him. Nothing.
Villa, nothing. So I don't understand. He doesn't want to play football. He just want to run his contract down. He doesn't want to get sold to Chelsea and get anything benefit from him. But he forgot that Chelsea find interest in him and they brought him to the football club. They want to part way with you because you're not doing well. Your effort is not there. The effort is not there to help the football club moving forward.
But also, the other thing to it is, right, unlike Jackson, whose competition is Harry Kane and it's for one position, yeah? Well, you play two wingers. So there's two positions.
1 second. Max, I'd like to invite you on if you want to chat with us for a little bit if you're free. I'll send the link to you in your inbox on X. So watch out for that. If you see it, if you're free, you have some few time on you have time on your side. I mean, this is a very, very sensitive content, and I'd like to hear from you. If you're free, you can join us here, Max. Thank you. But go ahead. Yeah,
the other thing is, compared to Jackson, who it's one position and you're competing with Harry Kane, one of the best in the world, yeah? Who's Sterling really competing with at Bayern Munich? And also there's two winger positions. So
yeah, and he can play both sides, left and right. We have Boy who comes from the right, who comes from the bench.
Fullback.
Oh, fullback, yeah. He have Diaz on the left hand side. I'm not so sure who plays on the right hand side.
Is Nabry still there? Was it Nabry?
Nabry, yeah, Nabry, but he's not been playing often like he does in the past. It looks like
my point is the level of competition. If Sterling knuckles down, he could probably get regular minutes.
Yeah, it's all about hard work, Steven. It's all about hard work. Train hard.
It's one thing to get to that level, but once you're there, you've got to be able to knuckle down. And right now, Sterling's got to a point where it seems like he doesn't want to knuckle down. He doesn't want to work. He just wants to sit down and just do sweet FA, shall we say. We all know what that means. And just get his paycheck, which... Prime example, right? Chelsea are paying, if I remember correctly, apparently Chelsea are paying a portion of Ben Chilwell's salary whilst he's at Strasbourg, yeah? Because I think his contract with Strasbourg is about the same length of what he had left at Chelsea. And because of it, Strasbourg and they can't afford the wages, we're paying a portion of the wages that he was on so that he can play for them. But he didn't go for the money. He went because he wanted to play football. Sterling's still here. Do you want to play football or do you want to just earn money and just do nothing? That's where my issue is with Sterling.
It's a bizarre situation. Pick up to my brother Kyle from the behind the dugout. And Max said Olise plays on the right hand side. I even forgot Olise. That should tell you I'm not a Bayern Munich fan. So pardon me for not being able to bring it out. But yeah, Olise plays on that right hand side.
I thought Olise was playing more like a 10 role.
I
mean, he can do that anyway.
That Kimmich play that role. It's not.
No, Kimmich is a DM and a right back.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But either way, Olise can play as a 10 anyway, so you could fit him, Sterling, and Diaz in.
Yeah, it depends on how hard it's working. If it's working so hard, he'll definitely get a chance. It's Sterling aiming 325k to 200k. Lives in London near the family and do nothing. Why would he push to leave the football club?
We're not saying push to leave, but you had offers,
no.
And now you just look like you're how can I put this without getting us in trouble?
No, Kyle is saying that why would you trying to move away if you just allow?
But my thing is, no one's saying that Sterling should push for a move. No one's saying Sterling should push for a move, but you had offers, and you had offers from good teams, yeah, very good teams. You could have left, and you wouldn't even be that far away. You'd be like 2 hours away. You could come back and then go back over there and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. And then you've chose not to, so now you look like how could I put this? A bit of a-hole, shall we say. That's kind of what you're coming across as now, because you had offers from top teams, you didn't take them. So now you're just going to sit and train when there was reports saying that he wanted to get back in the England squad. Well, I don't believe that, because if he did, he wouldn't be doing this. No matter how adamant you are, you want to get in England squad and how much you want to play in London. If you were so adamant on getting an England squad, you would put aside how badly you'd want to stay in London. But also, I'm pretty sure he had offers from like Fulham as well, on like loan deals and stuff, if I remember correctly. So it wasn't short of options.
Right.
But
Very
big up
interesting.
to Max and big up to Dan as well, by the way.
Hey guys,
good evening to you guys, Max
Evening,
and
evening.
Dan.
How you doing?
We're doing well, Max, and we're doing
Yeah.
well.
Big up Max Burton.
Big
Big up to
Dan,
everyone
Dan.
in here. Big up
Dan.
to everyone in here, man.
Yeah. Elise played right wing against us
Yeah, right wing.
Remember,
Right wing.
I cannot
because
forget.
he gave Cucurella a hard time down that right wing. And
Right.
I think Gnabry was playing more central in that game.
Number 10.
Yeah. So,
Number 10.
yeah. But going on to this Sterling situation, at the end of the day, we can't blame Sterling. He's picking up £325,000 a week. Okay, he's won everything there is in football, all the domestic trophies there is at Manchester City. He's won it all. So he's thinking about his. At the end of the day, he's 30, coming up to 30. He wants to make as much money as he can in the league. He wants to stay in London because that's where his wife and family are. So some people may say, why not go Saudi? He can make as much money there, but he wants to stay at London. At the end of the day, we've got to be looking at Chelsea rather than blaming Sterling. We've got to be looking at the club, because we were the ones who gave him this 5-year contract on £325,000 a week, and so he's within his rights to stay. I don't like it, I want him to go, but I'm not blaming him, because at the end of the day, if he feels that he's achieved everything, which he has, he's not got that motivation. He's still got, at the end of the day, he can say to his children, put his trophies on the table, say, look, this is what I achieved out of football. And he's got a lot of trophies from his time at Manchester City. So it works both ways with footballers, because a lot of people were having a go at Isak because the club didn't want him to go, and they were kind of holding him to ransom. So so when a club wants to get rid of you, then it's the club who's at fault or whatever. But when a player wants to go, it's all about player power and everything else. But it does work both ways. And that's why I think our club now are being a bit more sensible with the wage structure that we've got. And that's why it's easier for us in the transfer market these days to sell players, because they are on the wages are not prohibitive to clubs who want to buy them. So that's I've always advocated for years. This was well before these big contracts. I've always advocated for a base pay with bonuses on top, and then that way you're not tying people down to these massive wages, which they get. So, but as I said, we can't really blame Sterling for what he's doing. There were offers from 3 London clubs, actually. Fulham, West Ham and Crystal Palace all made inquiries about him. But probably none of them were going to be offering him the wages that he wanted. I think what we should have done, what we could have done, is maybe paid him off, say, 10 million. Because he's obviously he's still 30 million we owe him if he sees out the rest of his contract. So if we paid him, say, probably 10 million to go, and then the wages would have been offset by that if say, Crystal Palace or West Ham were prepared to offer him 150, 200,000, at least we're getting 20 million off our books by paying him off to leave. that would have probably been the better option. But yeah, I'm no accountant.
But the other thing is, a lot of those offers were loan deals anyway, so it's not like he would have
Yeah, but
been
if we
taking
paid
a
him,
cut on his wages.
yeah, we'd paid him to get him off our books though, because if we're still paying him wages, we want him off our books totally. Just give him a loyalty payment, a handshake or whatever, and then say go. Yeah, because we're going to end up with a Winston Bogart. Anyone who's been following Chelsea as long as I have would remember Winston Bogart, the Dutch guy. Same thing what he did. He just ran his contract down in the 90s, and he just saw out his contract, was playing in the reserve team football until his contract expired. And that's probably what we're going to see with Sterling. I don't believe the stories about he wanted to get back into England. If he did, he would have taken one of those.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe it because otherwise he would have acted differently.
Exactly. For me, if it was me, at the end of the day, if I'm a footballer, I want to play football. I love playing football. I used to play for free back in the day, or pay to play sometimes for when I was playing in Sunday league teams. So that's how much I love the game. So I want to be on the grass kicking it. So he's made a lot of money in football. So he doesn't need, even if he's making 100,000 out of Fulham or a Crystal Palace, for instance, then that's still enough money to get by. But he's probably seeing things different. And I don't feel sorry for him. All this nonsense that we heard a couple of weeks ago, where they were saying about his mental health and all this nonsense. He made his bed, so he's got to lie in it. So sorry, I don't have any sympathy for
That's
him.
my thing. He's put himself
training alone and everything else. Exactly.
Also, he's not even training alone. He's training with the Sassy. So it's not like it's one-on-one with a coach or just literally himself kicking around a ball or something. Like, he's not the only one. They got coaches. They've got access to top-level facilities. And you had the offers. If it was such a big deal, you would have gone.
Yes, and that's another thing. And that is another thing where you see that media bias, because Manchester United have treated a few of their players the same way, but I didn't hear anything in the press.
This is what we were saying at the start of stream.
Oh, right, okay, no, I missed that bit. Yeah.
No, I was just saying to Nee, like, it's funny how the PFA got involved for us, but not with Ozil and Arsenal, and not with Man United when they done it with Rashford and the likes of that last season, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Anthony, I think Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho was one of them.
Yeah,
very interesting. But thank you. Go ahead, Max. I want to hear Dan.
As Maresca said in his press conference on Friday, this sort of thing happens worldwide in football. If you want somebody out, then you kind of freeze them out. But the spotlight is always just on us. So yeah. Anyway, I'll let Dan talk. Over to you, Danny boy.
Steve, are you speaking? I can't hear Max.
I'm not speaking. Max was speaking.
Can't hear. I think I'm going to drop down.
Okay. He'll be back in a second then.
Okay.
Very
interesting.
Could you hear him, Nee? Could you hear Max? No, Max. Could you hear Dan, guys?
No, I was out. Yeah. I was out. Something happened. I was out.
No, I heard Dan, but Dan said he couldn't hear me, but I could hear him. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's something to do with his side, his connection.
Yeah, don't be surprised.
Because you guys can hear me okay, can't you?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my side. I just left Max. I left.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much.
Over to you now, Danny boy.
Dan, let's hear. What's your take of the in these situation? Raheem Sterling refusing to move on with his career.
It's a professional football player, like what Max said. He just explained it all. Really, there's nothing really to say. The utmost thing with Raheem Sterling on the 325k a week at Chelsea Football Club, good for him. Like, he's chosen not to leave. This thing, him want to be back at England. It's all rumours. It's just crap. Because if you think of it, last year, by the way, he's 32. Matt's not 30. He's 32. He's just turned 32. He's getting old. Still young, like in his way, but after he did say when he was playing for the last year of England, he wants to stop playing for England because don't forget he's not just English and all, he's half Jamaican, so he's a bit of both. He wants to play with a bit of Jamaica.
He was born in Jamaica. He came
Yeah,
over when he was
born.
7. Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. So it's the thing with if he wants
He is
to.
30, by the way.
Is he 30? I think I thought
He's
he's 32.
31 in December.
Oh,
I did think he
31
was
then,
30,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 31, sorry, my bad. 31, yeah, 30, not 32. Sorry. Yeah, but it's because he's been here so long, it's just like he's gone out on loan to Arsenal, didn't work out at Arsenal, come back. Like, honest truth, like, he's still quality. Don't give Raheem Sterling, people like, rate this guy off, yeah, like, with a bias on Raheem Sterling. Honest truth, I feel like, people say, yeah, he should have left. The guy still played football. I used to be an I used to be an ex-Semi Pro football player, and I used to love playing football. And on Sunday, I used to play for a Sunday league, and my football coach used to have a go at me. We don't really want you playing football on a Sunday because you're in a big club, in the FA and that. And I could have got a fine for it, but I did. I played to help my mate out in the Sunday league. But the owner should give the honest truth. Anytime Maraska, because this Tyreek George thing, when he wanted first team football, we should have allowed him to go, and because you could tell Tyreek George is not too more focused on that Chelsea Football Club now. Like since he had that focus that he wanted first team football, he wants to leave Chelsea to get his name for himself.
But
And
he's
now
getting minutes. He's playing for Chelsea now.
But he is, but he's playing it out in his main position, Max, and he's not a striker. He's not a striker.
He done that last season before all
Yeah,
this
that's
anyway. Remember?
he did.
Dan, stick to the topic. Stick to the topic.
Oh, I'm sticking to top two. This is what I'm saying. If that's the case, then we should got to try. I think Enzo Mascot's just he could have been still a backup choice for Chelsea's first team as a third left winger, and give him minutes for Chelsea Football Club, where we might see the improvement because he's experienced enough to be in this team to help the young kids out, like Estefao, the likes of Andrew Santos, the likes of thing. Like with Disassi, we know he's going to be gone in the summer. He'll probably be gone in January or in the summer. Well, Raheem Sterling, he's on the 325k a week. It would have been still better him to be a third choice winger for Chelsea, where he could help the likes of Garnacho, because they're still young. They're still young kids. Joel Pedro. Sterling has more experience than anyone with Reece James in the team. So I don't understand why Enzo Maresca don't give let him have the chance to play third choice winger for Chelsea Football Club, where he might come on the pitch and help us get the last minute of the goals. Because he's still good as a football player, and he's got more experience than anyone apart from Reece James in this team.
But Dan, do you think the motivation is there though? Because even at Arsenal last year,
That's what I was saying.
He didn't have that
You're about
motivation.
to
He
see
didn't
the
have
best
that
of me.
drive.
Right, what I could say about Arsenal, right? Michael Arteta came out in a press conference, you probably remember, when he said he was starting with Raheem Sterling because he knew how the player plays and the position, but because at the time he didn't get much minutes at Arsenal because he had like some Martinelli and Saka's and all that lot more producing on the pitch, and that's why all the Arsenal fans were moaning saying why you're not giving him. And when you saw him play, he looked better. Like he looked better in the Arsenal when he was playing on the pitch, but the minutes that he never got at Arsenal was confronted with Michael Arteta, because the thing with Michael Arteta got promised that Raheem Sterling will play more minutes, but you had also other players at Arsenal as wingers when Raheem Sterling was there. So the first team with Arsenal, he was no way going to get pushed out by Martinelli, because as a lone player, you're thinking to yourself, you're going out there on loan, you're not going to have no competition ahead of you against first team football players at Arsenal who's already been there and done it and play as a team, part of the team, and you're playing regular football every single week. He was just probably like a Raheem Sterling was just a backup in case like Martinelli got injured, or because like where Raheem Sterling he could rotate, he could play as a left wing or a right wing, and he could rotate with like players at Arsenal. But hardly last year, Martinelli never got injured. It was the Saka, but that's why he never. And they had another winger there, Trossard. Yeah, they had Trossard, who was more experienced when he came from Brighton. So that's why he didn't get a chance to play for the Arsenal squad, Max. You know what I mean? So I think to myself, Raheem Sterling's doing a good thing in a way for staying at the club, yeah, to not leave. Because he's on this money where he could have the money for his family. But there's another positive way. As an experienced player, we always cry out for experienced players, yeah, in that team. That for this season has been shocking. I think Raheem Sterling could be the third choice to help these players out and get us the goals where we can finish our games to get our wins. But it's this Enzo Maresca and it's the board that don't trust him, so we can't moan about Raheem Sterling. And this Bayern Munich thing, what's come out, if Bayern Munich really wanted Raheem Sterling and offered them the money to Raheem Sterling, he would have gone. But he didn't want to go because he was to stay in London.
You just contradicted yourself. You said if they offered the money, he would have gone, but he didn't because he wanted to stay with his family.
No. I'm saying the boards made him gone. They would have offered the money from Bayern Munich. He would have been with him. Sterling had no choice.
Chelsea gave him the offer from Bayern Munich. Chelsea put the offers on the table for him.
Yeah, but Chelsea offered him, but he didn't want to go. But if say Bayern Munich offered the right price for Raheem Sterling, they had no chance. They would have sold him to Bayern Munich, but because he had the.
No, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to leave London.
Dan,
he didn't want to leave London.
You can't force a player to sign a contract. So if Bayern offered us 70 million for someone, yeah, I don't know. Do you know? Let's just say they offered permanent 70 million for Jackson, right?
Yeah.
But Jackson would have preferred to go on loan, for example. He didn't. He didn't really care, but. Just because he's there and I've chucked 70 million out and that's roughly what we've been told about his deal, right? Say they offered 70 million but for Sterling, right? And they offered him good wages but he didn't want to go. You cannot force him to sign that contract.
Okay.
Whether it's good money for the club and for the player each.
But did he want to go to Arsenal?
To sign that contract if he doesn't want to leave London.
Okay, so we signed a 5.5 year. We signed 5.5 quid. Yeah. No, but I'm saying, what I'm saying, Max. Yeah, people say if he did want to go to Arsenal, but out of his own mouth, never came out of that. So he's on a 5.5 year contract at Chelsea, right? He was with us for 1 year, went to Arsenal the next year. Now he's like 3 years, 3 years contract left. Yeah, I can hear you, I can hear.
You got some rattling noise coming from your microphone.
Yeah, I thought that was me, so I muted it, and then when I'm muted, I didn't have it coming through my end.
When rattlesnake, like the sound they make anytime you talk.
I don't.
That's why I did this. That's why I did that.
Yeah, I thought there was something wrong.
I know, because I'm outside. You probably because I'm outside with the wind. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sorry. Yeah, but what I'm saying, before anything, yeah, like quickly, he still have. It's probably got like what 3.5 years left for Chelsea in a contract at Raheem Sterling. My opportunity.
Two and a half.
Sterling was at Chelsea for 2 years before his loan last year.
Oh yeah, because he came with Aubameyang and Vincent Kompany. When we had Calabali. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Season 1.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
Dan, wrap up. So you've been talking for almost 3 minutes
no,
now.
sorry. So I'm just saying, I'm wrapping up, yeah. So it's got 2.5 years contract.
Yeah.
After thinking, if Enzo Maresca had brains, yeah, I think what they should have done is let Raheem Sterling to come on, play first team for Chelsea for a few games. Like give him some minutes, so because it's experience, and I think it'll definitely help the.
But we don't know what he's got to be like in the dressing room Either that's the other issue.
That's it. That's an if though, Steve. That's an if though, isn't it? That's an
Sorry?
if. That's an if.
My point is, yeah. Why would you risk it? If they wanted him in the dressing room, yeah, they would do what they done with Tyreek George. Yeah, they were trying to sell Tyreek George. He was still in the dressing room, still getting minutes and stuff like that. Yeah. But with Disasi and Sterling, for whatever reason, that's not happening. So it makes you question if they're bad for the dressing room.
They even had Jackson
No, it's not.
and Nkuku. Jackson and Nkuku, they said they were still going to be training with the club with a core of the squad until they got got moved.
But
So
these two aren't even training with the squad.
No.
So it does make you question it. There's obviously some reasoning behind it, because otherwise it'd be like Jackson, George, and Nkunku, where they're still training, and then if they needed to, they can bring them on and stuff like that.
I listen to it. I feel so. I just literally feels. I feel sorry for Raheem Sterling. Like,
I don't. He bought it on himself, Dan. Come on, man.
Well, no, not really.
Dan,
Look at the manager. Look at the managers he had
right?
at Chelsea.
Dan, he had offers which
Go on,
included Bayern Munich, which is European football. You're practically guaranteed at least a league title, if nothing more. Yeah. So you'd go there, you'd win another thing, you'd get good money, right? You're 2 hours away from your family. You can fly back and forth as and when you're not training, right? You'd still get decent minutes. Even Jackson's got minutes, yeah? So you'd have plenty of games between the league and the Champions League to get minutes and stuff, and you're at a top club. So
then Steve,
if you perform well, all the eyes are on you because you're at Bayern Munich, a massive European giant. So he refused that. That's on him.
Well, in a way, I agree. In a way, I disagree, because say Raheem Sterling's now at Chelsea, yeah. Like, he probably had to think to himself that I don't want to go to Bayern Munich, because if you look at it, yeah, the managers we had at Chelsea, right, were shocking, right, and they're literally ruined Raheem Sterling. Like Graham Potter, yeah, flipping. We could talk about Pochettino. Pochettino sometimes played him, yeah. He's had the managers in that Chelsea squad, right, but Enzo Maresca, yes, is a clinical enough experience because he's won 2 cups. Where Raheem Sterling, he's probably thinking to himself, if I stay at the club, I might think I might get another chance to prove myself to the Chelsea fans that I can be the player for Chelsea Football Club. But we don't know, in his back of his mind, we don't know what's going on at the back of the scenes with Raheem Sterling. This is like where Carney Chukwuemeka come out with, yeah, and a few players, but we don't know the truth of what's actually going behind Raheem Sterling in the backstage. Why, like Enzo Maresca? Because like Pochettino played him, right? Graham Potter played him. Then who was before our other Frank Lampard?
Dan, who are you blaming? Who are you blaming in this situation? Who are you blaming?
I'm not blaming no one, right? I'm not blaming no one. Like, listen to what I'm trying to say, Nick, before you jump into my throat. I'm not blaming no one. What I'm saying is, we don't know exactly what's going on at the backstage of Stamford Bridge at Chelsea. We might hear Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling probably came out to the boards, to the owners, to the manager. Give me another chance. I could show you that I'll be a different player if you give me the chance at Chelsea. That's why he probably didn't want to move to Fulham or Bayern Munich. He wants to stay at Chelsea. He might thinking to spoken to him backstage saying, if you give me the chance, I could show you what I could do for this club. We don't know if he said that. We don't. He probably has said that to them. We don't know what's been said in backstage of Raheem Sterling to these lot. But it feels like Enzo Maresca and his owners don't trust him. That's why he ain't getting no gaming time.
What are you talking about, Dan?
Dan,
This is honest that brought
here
him.
it is. Right, listen.
This honest that brought him. Dan.
Different managers
Right,
come
man.
in with different philosophies. Okay, when Maresca came in, he said he likes one v one winners who can take on their last man. Raheem Sterling is more of a winner who sort of he's not really one who's going to beat a man. He's good with doing these inverted runs, etc. So he came in from day one and he said, "Look, he's not part of my plans. He's not the profile of winner I need," and that's okay because some managers they'll come in. There'll be certain players at a club they'll get rid of because you've seen that already with the reason why Garnacho ended up at Chelsea. Is he's not the type of winger that Amorim likes at his club because he plays a different style of football. He plays the five at the back. He plays more inverted wingers, whereas rather than touchline wingers. So he already that was the reason and was explained when he first came in. Maresca said it. He made it clear that he doesn't fit into his plans, and that's why he told him to find a new club because he doesn't fit into his plans. The only way Sterling can come back into the team is if Maresca was to leave and then another manager comes in who feels that Sterling can come and do a job for him. So it's not about his footballing or anything else. I think it's more to do with his profile, why he's not playing.
So Max, do you think, yeah, if that's the case then, why if Sterling's not in his plan, is Garnacho and Gittins in his plan? Because I don't think Garnacho, I don't think Gittins and Garnacho is in some Maresca signings, and I do think that's his plans as well.
We can't make a judgment on that after like 5-6 games.
Well, we can.
Did you see the news that was coming out today? I'm not sure if you saw with Matt Law was saying what happens at Chelsea. The manager doesn't pick a specific player. They pick a specific profile. So Maresca would say, "I want good touchline winners, one-on-one winners, 1v1 winners who can take on their man, go to the byline and cross it." So they'll look for players within that profile, and they'll probably give them a choice of 2 or 3 wingers, and they'll discuss which one they have. You know, the way our directors of football work, rightly or wrongly, because I don't trust these directors anyway, is that they will, they will pick a particular player. And I think that's done in a lot of clubs. That was done at Liverpool as well under Klopp, because some of the players that the director of football chose for Liverpool weren't players that Klopp specifically wanted. I can't remember which players he wanted. He wanted a couple of players. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Steve and you may know the players.
Yeah, I know you're on about. I know who you're on about.
Yeah, they did. But they said no. This is the player, and he got the profile that he wanted to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I don't think Salah was his first pick. I think
no managers will get everything they want, and I've explained this on here before on streams in the past, where it's the probability is what happens at most clubs is what happened at Chelsea, right? Is say I'm the manager, right? I walk in, I go, okay, I need this profile centre back, this profile of fullback, this profile midfielder. Yeah. These are the players that I like. And then you can have the scouts and all that go out and look at that player and then others that fit similarly to that player in terms of profile. And they might come back with someone who fits better than what the one you suggested is. And it's like, well, we got this guy, we think he'll fit better. And this is whatever the reason is, right? Also, you could make an argument, maybe there's someone cheaper and they are similar in terms of output, for example, for a winger. Like, it's probably how it works at Chelsea, because that's how it is at most clubs, is I want this profile. This is a suggestion I can make. And then they'll go away and do their part. And the manager goes back to working with what he's got until something happens.
Thank you very much. Guys. We're about to wrap up on the Raheem Sterling saga or the topic. We're going to move on from there. Not yet, but we will try and move on. And we're going to break down all the Carabao Cup round of, I think, fourth round. draw and the upcoming game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I want to know you guys' thoughts on the upcoming on the draw. Which of the draw is more of a difficult game to watch, and which is more going to be a more exciting game to also watch? I want to hear from you guys who are watching us live and on YouTube on two platforms at the same time. So wherever you're watching us from, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from Max also, and then Dan, looking at his fixtures, not just Chelsea fixture alone. Which of the fixtures is more interesting to watch? So that's what we'll be looking at when we come back. Yes, sir.
Before we do that, have you seen the Bomber? A thing of no when we was on the show the other day.
Oh, you're probably on about this indie guy. It's not even true.
I know. I was just going to say one thing about it. Do you know what? Everyone was waiting for this 2 p.m. announcement Bomber thing. What he come out with. I know I sent you on WhatsApp. How much nonsense what he's come out with.
I think on his Twitter.
Said
the last point's true, but the rest isn't.
Waffling. And what? And we're also looking at the new apparently manager.
Iraola's correct because a lot of people in the Premier League do like him, but that was the only thing that was correct.
Yeah, but we might like him. We might they might like it. The fans might like that manager, yeah.
No, they were on about the directors and stuff like him. People at Chelsea, executives like him.
Well, the sporting director,
people across the Premier League like him, so that's not news to anybody.
Yeah, I know. This is what I'm saying. But Steve, then what I'm trying to say is, right, if that's the sporting directors, the owners like Todd Bowley will come in because they're the ones wanted the Enzo Maresca in the club in the first place. And I don't get how the nonsense of waffles this indie guy is coming out with, and that the space of like 2 o'clock, yeah, with things saying about Enzo Maresca is innocent. The Lincoln game, after the Lincoln game when we won 2-1, right? He literally after half time told the football players off to be better in the second half. And look what they've done. Honestly, to you, man, I just don't get some of these journalists come out with some crap out of their mouths.
Okay.
It's always going to happen after a bad result, though. That's what happened at Chelsea. 2 or 3 bad results, and the rumours start to fly around. We just got to accept that.
Even when we're doing well, this stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, Steve. It does. You're right. It does.
Like, there's never a normal day at Chelsea. But, yeah. Either way,
all right.
If you're ready and want to move on to the next thing, because we've been on it for an hour.
Thank you, gentlemen. We have look at the Raheem Sterling situation. We've discussed the family situation, aspect of it, and why he's not moving for it. Where is the ambition for him to carry on with his footballing career? World Cup is around the corner. You may think that Sterling would like to move on, would like to play football. Why is he dropping all the other options? Good options. Go to Bayern Munich is the best option you can get. When Vincent Kompany, whom he played football with, Arteta also, you have a good relationship with Arteta. Even Arteta had a chance to bring you to, Arsenal. You play football, you became a gunner for a season. You play football with him, but still did not give it game time. That should tell you that Sterling, there's something wrong with you. Whether there's backroom discussion, you want them to give you a chance. You're not showing the owners, or you're not proving to the owners that when given the chance, you can even prove yourself on your loan spell that you had at Arsenal. So what is next? Raheem Sterling, if you're listening to me, if you're watching this show, we're asking you a question. Where is the ambition? Are you done with football? If you're done with football, let us know. You're yet to be 31 years old.
Just retire.
Yeah, if you're done with football, just retire. I know I can make you maybe a hockey player, or maybe I can, make you an empire.
I've learned to put a check route and go to hockey.
Yeah. So that's just about it, guys. That's just about it. Next, we'll be discussing the FA Cup draw. Stick with us, Nizam, Stephen G, and the legend himself, Max. Max is here, Carabao Cup, and Dan also here with us. So stick with us. We'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back again, beautiful people. We are live on 2 platforms at the same time. We're live on X and live on YouTube, bringing you the latest development of Stamford Bridge. Regarding Raheem Sterling, we're done with our topic. Yesterday, we saw the draw where Chelsea was drawn to play Wolverhampton 1 draws. But we're going to look at the fixtures out there. They're very, very interesting games on the round 4 of the Carabao Cup, the EFA Cup. Is right here with us. Very, very mouth-watering games here. The likes of Arsenal will be playing Brighton Football Club. Then I think Swansea.
Sorry, I was just adjusting it so the channel logo isn't across the badge.
You can move it to your left or
no, it's all right there. It's all right there. Because the Blue Clouds media badge was covering the Brentford one, so it was bugging me.
Okay. So Wolverhampton Wanderers will play Manchester City. Then I think Wrexham will be playing. Who is that team there? Wrexham who? Wrexham who? So
you've got
Wrexham.
Arsenal, Brighton,
Cardiff.
You've got Swansea, Man City, Wrexham versus Cardiff, which is a Welsh derby. Wolves versus Chelsea, Grimsby versus Brentford, Newcastle versus Tottenham, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, and Wycombe Wanderers versus Fulham.
Very, very interesting. So we've seen some top fixtures here. Arsenal, Brighton, and Wrexham, Cardiff. A big game to watch. Chelsea, Wolverhampton, a little bit. Premier League teams.
Chelsea will come, man.
Yeah, Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle, big game to watch, and also Liverpool and Crystal Palace. Which of these is more interesting? Let's look at it.
I really hope that the Wrexham Cardiff game isn't the same day as Wolves Chelsea.
Well, once you started, Steve, give me your top 3 interesting
top
fixtures.
3, and I'm staying outside of Chelsea because we should walk that anyway. Okay. I'll go Wrexham Cardiff just because
that's a top one. Is that a top 1 or top 3?
It's a
3.
It's a Welsh derby, so I'd go that one definitely. Liverpool Palace on a great run at the moment. We'll have to see if that run's still going by the time that game happens, but they're saying like 15 or 16 unbeaten now across all competitions. And then probably have to be Newcastle Tottenham. It's between Newcastle Tottenham and Arsenal Brighton for the third one for me. But the only reason I went Wrexham Cardiff is a Welsh derby and it should be a good watch for that reason.
Okay. So both championship teams locking on over there.
Both from Wales.
Let's go to Mr. Max. Mr. Max, what's your take on this draw?
First of all, Maresca's got his wish, so he's got no excuses because he said he'd have rather drawn a Premier League club than a lower league club. So he's got a Premier League club. Wolves are not doing that well at the moment. Although it's an away game, it's always going to be difficult. They just beat a Premier League club in the last round, so that'll be an interesting. But I think the standout draw has got to be Newcastle, Tottenham. Newcastle the elders, Tottenham going quite well at the moment, so I'll put that as a standout draw. Like Stephen, the Welsh
and subscribe.
Go ahead, Max.
The Welsh derby, as Stephen said, and this is the first time apparently in history that 3 Welsh teams have made this particular round of the EFL Cup.
Swansea being another one.
Swansea are also in there. Yeah. And probably Liverpool, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have been doing well in cup games recently. Just beat them in the Charity Shield as well. But you know what's going to happen. It's going to be 1-1 until the 93rd minute, and then Liverpool are going to get the winner. Yeah.
Something sounds familiar about that.
So those are mine. But yeah, there's some decent cup games. I think who's Swansea got again? Is it Grimsby or something? What's Swansea's game again?
Hang on. Swansea Man City.
Right, Swansea Man City. That's going to be difficult. There is all lower league. What's the 2 lower league teams who drew each other? Was it
Wrexham and Cardiff?
Yeah, and there was another one as well. Was it the Grimsby one? I thought there was 2.
Swansea.
No, they got Man City. They got Man City. Yeah.
Yeah, Greensby,
Wrexham and
Southampton.
Cardiff are only all lower league one because you've got Premier League versus Premier League in Arsenal, Brighton, Championship versus Premier League, Swansea, Man City, Championship,
Yeah.
Wrexham, Cardiff, and then the rest all have at least one Prem team.
One Prem team, right? Okay, it's probably the Welsh one I was thinking of. Yeah. So, but I'm hoping, because obviously, if we look at Chelsea, going back to the way, okay, our results have been indifferent at the beginning of the season, but we've scraped through against Lincoln, which was, I thought Lincoln played really well, to be honest. They exploited all our weaknesses that day, but we found a way. We are going to be having a few indifferent performances, and I don't think we should be too hard on the players at the moment, because I call this because after the Club World Cup, these guys have only had 2 weeks pre-season. Injuries and a loss of form is going to be inevitable, so they are not up to speed yet, and it shows in our performances. Apart from the West Ham game, our performances haven't been great, but. If we are still playing like this come sort of mid-October, I'll be worried. But at the moment, I was sort of bracing myself for these type of performances at the beginning of the season, just because, as I said, the Club World Cup took a lot out of the players, and you can't underestimate that.
I mean, you look at how many players, just quickly, because you mentioned it, I'd take like 30 seconds, if that. Musiala got injured at the Club World Cup.
Big up to you,
Noni's got
JC.
injured since. Colwell's got injured since. Delap's got injured since. Who else am I missing? But a lot of the players that played in it have got injured because it was so much extended and so little break.
Martin Odegaard for Arsenal.
Odegaard didn't play in the Club World Cup.
He didn't play in it, but there was
Arsenal weren't in it.
Who was it for? Was it a Man City player?
Yeah, Man City. Ryan Cherky, and
There's a couple.
Did Turkey play in it?
He did. Yeah. There's a couple of there are a couple of Man City players who got injured as well.
But
Remember, he scored a worldie.
He
scored a worldie as a goal.
Mm.
He scored the Club World Cup for Man City when he came on. As soon as he jumped on, he scored the worldie.
The other one I was thinking of, who's no longer at our club, but was involved with Madueke. He's out for 2 months.
Yeah, that's who I said as well. Yeah. Madueke.
Oh, you said Madueke. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pattern how extended the season was because they ended the season. I think they then had a week off. Then they were back training for they had internationals, didn't they? Then they had the Club World Cup. Then they had 2 weeks off, and then they had 2 preseason games, and then we're into the Prem. So they would literally.
And also we had international again.
Yeah.
Since the start of the season, we've had internationals again, and we're about to have another one.
And talking about that, Nee, I think you need to do a show during International Week on what they're going to think and do with the World Cup, which is ridiculous. They want to have 64 teams in there now.
Yeah,
so that's for another.
I said to Nee, we could do that on another show during internationals, perhaps, Nee. But it's funny because I think I said it to Nee. I said it to a few people.
Write it down when you get a chance.
What are they going to do? Extend it by 16 teams each tournament until you've got every team in the world and there's no club football to exist because how many games have to be played? It looks it.
Yeah.
It does look it.
I think you're right there, Steve. I think it's making
it doesn't really make sense.
Right.
There'll be more teams.
Remember Infantino's famous speech about today I feel this, today I feel that. Today you feel stupid.
I mean, you're talking about if we have 5 African countries who can hardly find it difficult even making it to round of 16 and even quarterfinals. Now you're gonna bring in 10 or 7 or 8 African teams who sometimes can be can be worse. Because the top, you have to make it very difficult for clubs to qualify because you want the best competing in that competition. Now you're going to have teams like Djibouti, you wonder, what the hell? You know how many goals
you dilute the product.
Yeah. You're diluting the product. You're putting too much waste or garbage into the rubbish can. Now it's going to stink. You're going to stink the competition.
More teams in it than there are teams in the world. So there'll be more teams in it than not in it.
Do you know what though?
I think
Genuinely,
I think it's good for the first time in the World Cup. We'll see more challenge because you never know. South African teams can actually do well. Look at like Nigeria, Spain, England. Look at Ghana played against Argentina and beat
No,
them.
no, 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 no. Don't say that. I'll tell you the difference, Dan. When
I've
Ghana
got a
qualified
better
for the
idea
very
for them.
when the Ghana qualified, big up to JC, big up to JC. JC said, is it that Max on the stream? Yeah, it is Max here. Also see
See, troublemaker legend.
Troublemaker legend. Hello, both to you. Oh, okay. From JC. Thank you very much, JC.
Yeah,
I'll
big
tell you
up,
something. When clubs qualify for the very first time, you know what they have in mind. The aspiration is that for them to come and perform better. But now it's gonna be walk, like what do you say? Is it walk off the park? There's something that you guys have been saying in England.
Yeah, like 16. Yeah,
Played off the park.
Walk off the park. Like so
Walk
easy
off
for
the
them to
park.
qualify. Yeah.
yeah.
Now
Play on
Ghana
the
is not gonna push so much because
I mean,
before
sorry, just quickly. There's one good thing that comes from it. One good thing, yeah. So we now know.
Steven,
We now know
Steven,
that.
when you do 10, Steven, hold on. When you do 10 black.
Oh, I need to put my light on in a second. But
Yeah, 'cause I can't see him. He look like a ghost.
Yeah.
hang on.
Oh, Danny, you can see
I've
ghosts.
got a temporary fix.
Yeah, it's all right.
Spotlight.
Spotlight.
So-
I'll send you some money
There's
for
one
that,
positive,
Bill,
right?
Steve.
The one positive thing is
Yeah.
that when you look at it, right, you
Mhm.
have 16 more teams now because it's going to
Hey,
be
big
a
up to
48
DJ.
team World Cup. Yeah. The positive is that more nations are going to get more funding to improve their facilities. That's the one positive. Literally the only positive there is. Same way with the Club World Cup being 32 teams this time round, right? You got more teams from more countries which have got to earn more money, which improve their facilities. But as a result of that one team improving their facilities, it helped the whole league to an extent.
Auckland
Because
make more than the
That
whole
team
league
isn't
put
always
together.
going to win to get into the Club World Cup, for example, right? Okay, in Brazil, a lot of the time it will be, well, in South America, a lot of times it'll be Brazilian teams. But outside of that, you might not have Mamelodi Sundowns next time. You might have a different team from, say, South Africa, for example. And then over time, that money goes down their pyramid. It was the Auckland team, yeah? So
Yeah, that's
because
what I
of
was saying, they
their,
made
I think
more
they're
than-
semi-professional, not amateur, right? So what their FA done, obviously you got the money that they had to pay for their travels, yeah? But what their FA done was they took a percentage of the money they earned and they distributed it throughout the pyramid to other teams to help strengthen the league as a whole, to make it more competitive.
Yeah, I know. I've seen. I read about.
All right.
it.
Thank you very much, Steven. Let's see.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can
I
hear
hear
you.
you,
Go ahead and Dan will jump
I
in.
think
Give
they
us his
said
thoughts.
Auckland actually made more money than the entire league put together from that one tournament.
Yeah, and that's
Wow.
why they distributed it.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think that's fair, because you don't want it to be a situation where it becomes uncompetitive and you've got one team running in a way, always qualifying for it and always making loads of money, and then you have the team winning the league by like 20, 30 points or something stupid like that. You don't want that. Because then it's boring.
Right. Dan, what's your take on the draw, on the fourth round draw? Which of these is your best three to watch?
It'd be Wrexham versus Cardiff always. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna write off the man like Snoop Dogg and Luka Modric's Swansea, because Man City hasn't been great, and I'm thinking Swansea might do some business against Man City. So I'll be looking forward to Swansea doing something against Man City.
Are you
And
sure people are gonna tune up to watch more of that game than the likes of Tottenham Hotspur, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Brighton?
Arsenal, Brighton, we know. I'll give up on Arsenal because.
No, I'm saying give me your top three, Dan.
No, my top three is Wrexham. Yeah, I say my top three is Wrexham and Cardiff, Swansea, Man City. I'm gonna go Crystal Palace, Liverpool because Crystal Palace. I think
Yeah.
where Crystal Palace beat Man City in the FA Cup. Have more faith now. I know they might not have as in Crystal Palace team, but they still look strong. They've been unbeaten in the Premier League, and I'm thinking when they beat Liverpool in the Community Shield, and Liverpool is actually Crystal Palace bogey team. I think Crystal Palace might do something against Liverpool and Tottenham
Palace are Liverpool's
Newcastle.
bogey team, right?
Yeah. Crystal, yeah. And I'm thinking Newcastle Tottenham game. That's just going to be one-sided, isn't it? You know, Newcastle might beat him on a day, but Thomas Frank's there now. Chelsea Wolves. I ain't just going to speak about our football club. I hope we any day.
I mean, we're playing Wolves. We'll be fine.
Oh, would we fight against Lincoln? No, we struggled to beat them 2-1.
You realise, I said this the other day, right? I said it to people in my Discord server just quickly, right? Every time we heavily rotated for a cup last season, including the Conference League, we struggled. Every time. We ended up winning, but for the first 20, 30, sometimes even longer than that, we struggled. And someone went, what? We conceded 16 shots. Yeah, there was about 4 games in the Conference League where we conceded 16 shots last season.
I disagree with you there. I think we started quite well in the cup games. Remember, who did we beat 6-0? We beat somebody 6-0 in the opening game.
We beat Noah 8-0, but we still conceded.
No. I'm talking about in the League Cup. We won 6-0 against the lower league team.
Yeah,
in the League Cup.
League.
Who was it against? I can't remember. 5 or 6. I can't remember who it was against.
It was 6
that day.
Yeah.
I'll let you know now.
But I'm also looking at
that was Barrow, I think.
Barrow, yeah. But I also think we
Barrow in the Carabao or maybe Morecambe in the FA.
And I think we still looked quite cohesive in the earlier rounds of the Conference League as well. We looked, the players looked quite. I think it was towards the later rounds that we looked a bit disjointed. So it was more the opposite. But we started off quite well.
I agree on that, Max.
In terms of shots conceded, we allowed Noah to have 15 shots, Heidenheim to have 16 shots. Those were back-to-back games, by the way. We allowed Copenhagen 10 shots in the second leg. We allowed Legia 8 in the first leg, 13 in the second. Djurgården, we allowed 16 in the first leg and 12 in the second. And Betis in the final, we allowed 11.
Did we not lose in one of them group stages as well? Did we not lose again?
We lost to the Greek side, wasn't it?
Greek side
at the bridge.
1-0.
Yeah.
At the bridge.
Who did we lose to? We lost one game at the bridge.
We played Panathinaikos in the league phase away.
No, it was the Polish team. It was the Polish
team.
Yeah,
you were on the Polish team.
Yeah.
No, what was the score on that?
Warsaw. It was Legia Warsaw we got beat by.
Legia Warsaw.
We might have lost one of each, you know.
Yeah, it was Legia Warsaw. 1-0.
Oh, yeah,
1-0. We lost
it. We beat Djurgården 1-0 at home. That's why I got confused.
Yeah.
Legia was 2-1 at home,
2-1. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. We lost the game, by a team that we shouldn't have lost. But I'm not going to write off Wolverhampton with all bats because they're Premier League experience and Premier League. They've still got a good team in Wolves. You can't write them off, even though they might miss Cunha. They've lost Cunha and Pedro Neto, some other player their midfielder, one of the like Navas and they've lost quite good players, but they're still a good side. And I ain't writing off Wolverhampton at their ground because we struggle to beat Wolves at their ground. All right.
Thank you very much.
I'm also Nick, before anything. I'm looking forward to Grimsby Town. I think Grimsby Town might go ferry away in this Caribbean Cup against Brentford.
Okay. All right. Nice one there from Dan. Diggesab, big up to Diggesab. It says big up Max, Max and Nee out there. Big up everyone in the comment. And Kopama, I know what you're on about. I just don't want to dwell on it and that negativity. I know you want to drive it in terms of you said the whole comment from the beginning that Enzo
We've
Maresca will
already
get
touched on it.
sacked.
That all came from that indie Hellier, and there's only
yeah.
one thing that's correct.
Yeah, it's not. It's just a lot of waffles over there. That's why I'm not taking anything serious about it. There's nothing to worry about. Okay.
Before you go on,
no
Lee,
problem.
before
Yes,
you go
sir.
on, didn't I hear Dan just say that we struggled to beat Wolverhampton? 6-2, we beat them at their ground.
Yeah,
No, that was
struggle.
last year. No, I'm
Yeah.
saying last year, but
Last season. Yeah.
no, last season. But what I'm saying, Max, before they lost their best, they lost their best players. Yeah, we used to struggle because 2 seasons ago we never used to beat them. The season
that's
before
true.
that,
That's true.
But
we
then
never
we
used to
took
beat
their
them.
best player. We took Neto, didn't we? So we
Yeah, and
took
that's what I'm saying. Now they've lost their best players. We seem to beat them at their ground. And if like I was saying, if they didn't have their best, if they didn't lose their best players now, we would struggle at their
But
ground. And then I think we will.
But that's why Steve said it will be an easy game, because have you seen them? They're bottom of the league, haven't got a point in the Premier League at the moment. Not
Max,
played well.
Do you know what else is interesting?
Don't what even sorry about this, Steve. Max, even though they haven't won the game, you'd never ever wire off in a cup match.
No games to give me. I'm not saying that. You still got to show up, definitely. But it's not going to be. If we turn up, we should win that one comfortably. But we
also, the other factor is we played in the Carabao, then we played Tottenham, then we played Carabao, and then we play Wolves in the league. And I think both those Wolves games are away from home in the space of about 8 or 9 days.
Yeah, I know, but we still lost.
What are you on about? We haven't played them.
Oh no, we haven't played. I know. Oh no, I thought you meant like 2 seasons ago. I thought you meant 2 seasons ago.
Them twice in about 9 days.
No, but I didn't know he was.
Enough.
I didn't know he was speaking this season. I thought it 2 seasons.
Waiting for you saying done.
Big up, D.
On the back of what Steve said, I really hate that when we have back-to-back games against an opposition. I don't like that at all.
But also,
we really win both of them.
But also, the funny part of that was, you say you thought I was talking the previous season. I then said we then have Tottenham and then Carabao and then we got Wolves again.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the pictures, Steve. I haven't seen
we haven't
pictures.
played Carabao since Zappa Costa scored.
All right, big up to Rich Moneymaker. Let's hear from JC. JC, good evening to you and welcome back to the show again. I know you've been listening to the show. What's really push you to join us today?
Hello everyone. Hi.
Hello.
Nothing of like pressing. Nothing that requires a pressing need to address something or something. But like, is just one point I would say is like I totally agree with Max said. I remember when Chelsea were looking at managers, there was shortlist of McKenna, there was Maresca, and then there was a couple of more.
Thomas Frank
was there, and we were all thinking I think it was Cochila's stream or where we were like, it was known that McKenna can change the systems. He changes systems a lot. Maresca was a little bit unknown, and Thomas Frank did adapt, but all we asked for was a manager who was tactically smart and could make adjustments to the game in the game or for different games and it turns out Maresca was the guy because people might not believe it, but last season he made changes when our attackers were all injured. Like he made us defensively more solid. Like he makes these changes in the games and things like that. So I'm coming from that discussion right now. Maresca has come a long way. He has had success, and it's just 3 games, and it's true. Like we have had these fatigue issues, injuries, because let's be honest. Like our top players, they've hardly had any rest. So So, and there are good players who have joined, but they still will need a little bit time to integrate. Let's not forget, Caicedo took almost 1 year to totally like integrate in a way like we cannot imagine playing without Caicedo. He was getting a lot of. Enzo had very low time. Then he played very well. So it takes time. It takes time for the new players like Estevao. He's showing flashes of brilliance, but like okay, with time he will be better and better. So I think just 3 games and like people are already like having these conversations like about Maresca. I think it's a little bit early. I mean, don't I'm totally with Maresca right now. Having said that, there is one thing I really hope Maresca can show something different against Brighton. What we have seen is not only like last few games, but like last season when he plays a top six side, he's more pragmatic. He will always play with more defenders at the cost of relying like maybe some brilliance from Palmer will nick a goal and then we'll shut the shop. I mean, if you remember against City, against Arsenal, he was playing with Lavia and Caicedo and Reece James as midfielder, like for going for first defensive solidity. And eventually the results have not gone our way. But I think we have come a long way from like last season. He has to be a little bit more brave. I hope he does that. And if you will push the manager, obviously it will be counterproductive. But let's hope like he takes us. It's time to go to the next level, and for that you will need to be a little bit more brave and confident. Moreover, that's my opinion. But it's just 3 games. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Thank you very much, JC. Junior, big up to you, Junior. Junior is asking a very, very important question here. It says, Junior said, big up to you, Junior, wherever you're watching this from. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. He said, big up everyone. The question, why don't we start Joshua Champon? Because he did well against Mateta. So he's wondering, that young chap, why is it not getting game time? From what I've also known, that at Champon, I'm having the feeling that he will be sold in the summer, and a lot of he needs game time.
Well,
so
he
why
couldn't
is not
play
getting game
midweek,
time?
put it that way.
He was sick in midweek. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
do agree with him. I think every time I see Josh play, he hasn't let us down. Okay, well, against Palace, he made one error, but apart from that, he was quite immaculate when coming up against Mateta. He's a good carrier of the ball from defence as well. Okay, he doesn't play those line breaking passes like a Colwell, but he breaks the lines in a different way by carrying it and beating 2 or 3 players. He's got the physicality as well. And with our defensive issues, if our 2 defenders were playing out of their skin, then I could understand why he's on the sidelines. But for me, it's a bit disappointing that he hasn't had games, bearing in mind our frailties at the back. And that game where we played against Brentford, where he preferred Fofana as the right back rather than playing Ashampong as well. That was a bit bizarre to me because bearing in mind how hard we fought to keep him at the beginning of the season, I'd have thought that he would be getting minutes. We got to be careful with this boy because if I'm a player and I'm seeing players who are not in form, and they're getting starts ahead of me, I'm going to question whether or not I have a future at the club. And I don't think it's from the briefings that have been coming out from the board. If they're saying that they've tried to encourage Maresca to play him, so it's Maresca's decision who he plays. And is he sending a message to the board as well, Maresca, sometimes in the players that he picks? Because obviously he wanted a centre half. I'm not sure if he's trying to highlight the weaknesses of the other 2 to try and get them to buy a centre back in the winter. I could be being cynical there, or I don't know. But we can't do any worse than giving Achampong a chance. So I'd love to see him play a bit more.
Thank you very much, Junior, for your question.
Something.
Go ahead, Stephen.
No, I'm just going to say this, and then I might have to hop off for a second. But
Rich Moneymaker, thank you. I'll come to your questions in a bit. Go ahead. Sorry, Stephen.
They need to do something because people can blame Maresca for certain things, but at the end of the day, if the manager isn't backed when we know he's been asking for a goalkeeper and asking for a centre back, and they went, no, you keep Sanchez. No, Colwell's injured, Badiashiel's injured, Fofana's injury prone. Just keep Tosin and Chalobah and Champong. That's on them because you haven't backed the manager at that point. You know that you've got injury prone players defensively in Fofana, and it kind of looks like Badiashile is now as well. Then you've got your best centre-back gone down with an injury till about March or April. Yeah? And you've gone, no, carry on. That's okay. We aren't worried. It's like, okay, at what point do you wake up and sort your out, should we say, so that I don't have to explicitly say it.
But
because you can blame him for certain things, sure. But at the same time, if they haven't got him what he needs because the injuries, his options are limited. So you've put him in this situation, and then when it all goes wrong, you're going to blame him, even though you didn't back him in the first place.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Don't you think that Enzo Maresca, like with Josh Achapong, right? There's no trustability with him because the way we saw him at Crystal Palace, he did well, but then he made a few mistakes in that game. But where I agree with Steve, yes, we have got a few injury prones like Wesley Fofana, Badiashile. They're looking at more potential, because I know that apparently they are spending in January to look at to get a few.
They left money on the table to be able to spend in January if they needed to.
Yeah, like that's centre back and goalkeeper. But with Josh Achapong, he's still young and he does look good. He can play in different routines. He can play in the right back. He can play centre back. But I would give Josh another go. But like, I don't think they will sell him in the summer. I think they might loan him. They might loan him out if we don't get an opportunity and see how he goes on a loan. Then if he works well on a loan, then he might be coming back to be like a potential Chelsea player in the future. I just don't get because we haven't seen him play a lot of games. Did he? He hasn't played since Crystal Palace. So in a way, and then I didn't see him in the cup match, even though yes he weren't well.
He was sick. Yeah.
I know he was sick, but I just thinking to myself that I don't think Enzo Maresca really trusts his Josh Achapong that much to play him. Where that's why once he's pretty bit, I don't know.
I think he does because he said he does, unless he's just saying the things.
People say that to keep players happy, lonely. Max, they do. That's what.
But listen, you can't be any worse. His performance is probably against Crystal Palace is probably the best central defensive performance out of any of the defenders in the league this season. Because
I will take Achapong over Tosin. I will have him over Tosin. I think Tosin and Trevor Chalobah for a minute, right? They're not actually our main good centre backs. Yeah, I think they're the squad bench players. Trevor Chalobah. I like Trevor Chalobah, but he hasn't proved that much this season to be the best centre back for us because in games he's like made a lot of mistakes. And I know the Lincoln game it wasn't his fault, Enzo, but we have to like him at Bayern Munich, the one against at Brentford and Fulham. It's quite that he ain't potentially got back to his best. I don't know why. Is it less for the Carabao Cup? But I think these two are just rotating squad bench players for a minute as centre backs. They're not our main centre backs.
That's the thing, and we're asking two rotational players to be our main defenders for probably most of the season. Yeah, and our only hope is that Fofana can come back to the form that he had before he got injured. He looked okay the other day, actually, against Lincoln. and he lasted most of the match. So he's coming back, but can we rely on him? Can we rely on his fitness? So yeah, it
You've
was a
got to
bit
have
of a
patience with him. That's the
yeah.
thing, because it's still
That's
early
it.
since being back.
Yeah, and he's got to similar to what we're doing with Reece James. I think that's what he'll be doing with Fofana. I can't see him playing a lot of back-to-back games.
Thank you very much, guys. It's been a very interesting stream. We got some few minutes to go, but we're just reacting to a few of the questions that are coming in. We need them. We need them to keep bringing the comments in. Cole Palmer, and we have also a few questions from Kyle from Behind the Dugout YouTube channel, guys. Kyle, it's with us here. We have Junior also. More from Junior. Thank you very much, Junior. My brother here said that we sold heavily. Focus on what we didn't and do in all fairness. It's done now. What is done now can't change this now. Maresca has the opportunity to try something different to see what works for him. He went ahead and said, "What can we do about that right now?" Junior's question is: Andrew Santos should get some minutes too, because Enzo Fernandez has been off his game. Guys, if you want to react to any of these comments that I'm reading, you can go ahead and do that. Rich Moneymaker said, "I'm hearing." Which one do you want to react to?
Yeah, I agree with what Junior's saying here about Fernandez. When you think the amount of football that Enzo's played, he hasn't really had a moment's rest because we were short in midfield last year. So him and Caicedo played all the games. He's played in Argentina as well. In football, we played a World Club Cup game. He's looking very jaded at the moment. We've got someone in Santos who didn't play as many games as him. So that's the only thing I say with what Maresca needs to do is at the beginning of the season, knowing that we were going to be fatigued from all the football we played, I think he could have rotated a little bit more in certain areas. Like, for instance, as I said, giving Josh Ashenpong more games, giving Santos more games. And yeah. So I think as Santos has come in, he gives us a bit more legs in the midfield. It's a pity that Isugu got injured as well. So he's out. That's the bad. Lavia again. I don't know.
Lavia.
Every week it's he's back in training, but he's not ready yet. I'm tired of hearing that.
No, Max, every week it's he's posted something on Instagram. Let's dig way too deep into this and make it something it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be back after Christmas. I'll give up on this Lavia. He's back at training his fitness.
Or before Christmas.
Before over Christmas. So in January.
Dan,
he will be back. He'll be back in October for 2 games, and he'll be off again till Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, we can't rely on Romeo Lavia, even though he's a good DM, but we just can't rely on him now. It's like
I always say in football, availability is king. If you're not available, I don't care how good you are as a footballer. If you're not going to be able to be on the pitch for us, then
the best ability
what's
is
the point in having you? That's the thing. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. But what I would say as well is credit to Maresca in the way that he's handled Reece James as well. Because I know a lot of us want to see Reece James bombing down the right wing, but I think we are going to see more of that as later on. If we didn't handle Reece James in the way that we have done, he'd have probably broken down again. So we're building up Reece James's minutes, and then hopefully, as I said, we'll see him in his rightful position.
I think he's back. I think he's back with his legs getting stronger each day.
Yeah, if you look at Manchester United, the performance he did against Manchester United, and the crosses that he was putting in, that's what we missed from that right back area. So I'm hoping that.
The thing is, just quickly, with Maresca, when it comes to Reece, he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. If he played him overlapping and it was too early and he got injured, Maresca's this, Maresca's out, why does he do it? Why does he do this, that, and the other? And then he's taking his time and everyone's going, what's he doing? He's taking ages. We want Reece to play. Reece should play over Gusto. It's like, okay, so if he did rush him back, you hate Maresca for it because Reece will break down. He's taking his time with him. You hate him because he's taking his time with him. Like, make up your mind, because no matter what he does, you're going to have a problem with it. Unless you're reasonable, which
Even the
there's a
role
very small number that are reasonable.
even the role played by Reese is a little bit different now. He's not really going all out on overlapping runs like Gusto does.
A lot of the time, he's a third centre-back in possession.
Yeah, or he's moves to the midfield and let the other guys move up. So he does make crosses and moves up, but like it's not like really rushing and bombing and overlapping every time and all. So that has helped. His muscles will gain strength, and hopefully he becomes better and better. Yeah. One thing regarding the rotation I would like Mariska not to do is, since last season, he's been rotating our centre backs every game. Every game we have a different partnership, and that's not good. That's not good. I mean,
100%
the
agree on that.
later half of the last season, it was
Mhm.
more like, okay, Colwell was established, but he was still shuffling the other pair. And since there were only Chalobah or Tosin, so it became a little bit of a established pairing of two. But then again, this season again, we are seeing like it's like every game is different. Every game is different, and that does not help the players to settle down. As for defensive lapses, I think our main concern have been two. One has been like our press has not been that good, partly maybe also because of the fatigue to Enzo and Palmer, and also like we have different forwards now from last season. We have changed everybody, and the goals we considered are either through set pieces like the throws or something, or we've not been able to stop the ball coming from over the top. And when you have a high line, and if there is no effective press, then you are exposing your back line, and also creates a dilemma for the goalkeeper to rush forward or stay back, rush forward or stay back. So I hope our forwards freshen up, and we don't need to play Palmer, an injured Palmer. We don't need to do that. We have players now. So
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I need to go now, guys. It was lovely being
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah,
Thank you
big
very
up,
much,
Max.
All
Big
right.
up,
Thank you,
Max,
Max, for
mate.
coming on as
Okay,
usual.
no worries. Take care, guys, and enjoy
Take
the
care,
rest of
bye.
the evening.
Enjoy the rest of the evening, Max.
Enjoy the rest of
Bye.
the.
All right.
Nee, who
thank you.
else? Who else is in with us? Because there's 6 of us in here.
I think Max had 2 different ones on. I think
Oh, okay.
Max
I
have
think
to.
he
I
might have
think
had
when
issues and
he
joined
drop
on
off.
another
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you very much, Max, for having you. It's always a pleasure to join the stream with you and discuss football as usual. Rich Moneymaker, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Wherever you are, whoever over there watching us, please do not forget to drop a like on the video. Let me remove this Max account. Max, are you still there?
no, he's gone. He's gone.
All right, so let me kick this
Yeah, I
one
think
off
it's the
this
second
video.
one.
Yeah, that's the second one. So we don't have Max here at this moment, so I'm getting that
There's
one off.
one more.
Hey,
You need to
Rich.
remove another one as well. Nee, there's another one.
I've done it. There we go.
Okay. It's still there. Steven is still there. You have to kick him out. Go to the 3
I
dots
can
up there.
actually kick him out. Okay.
Yeah. Kick him.
I
There
didn't
you
know.
go.
I thought it just removed from stage and eventually.
No, it put him in the back.
Can you hear Nee?
Huh?
What?
Can you hear Nee? Nee's speaking, but we can't hear him.
Yeah, I can
He
hear
can
him.
hear me.
you want to kick out me?
Do or
No,
die.
I can't hear him.
You want me to kick you? Okay. I think Dan is asking for a kick out.
Like he's saying he can see needs mouth.
Yeah,
movement.
Dan is asking
I
for me
can't
to
hear
kick him out. Dan is asking for me to kick him out. Dan, there you go. You get
It's
it.
still-
Rejoin again. You rejoin. I kick him out. Dan, rejoin.
To be fair, that's what happened last time for it to
You
work.
will not like it. You will not like it. You will not
Yeah, I've
understand
just
the joke.
sent you a message on Discord, but I'll say it here anyway because it's not
Okay.
anything private. I was just saying, you know, when we do stream tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
could we touch on the Jorgensen thing because he looked like he had like literally no confidence, like he's completely different to last season.
You want us to touch on something? The first thing you said, I did not hear.
Jorgensen, because the other day he was a lot more shaky than
Jorgensen.
last season. So
Yeah. Don't even talk about Jorgensen because it put too much wax in my
But
ears. Don't even talk about it.
preseason, one game Jorgensen played, and I thought he was better than Sanchez. He was really good in that game. Which one? I can't remember which team it was. Like he played really
I
well.
can't remember. But my thing is, right, last season
Steven,
I don't
can I go to the
recall him
comments
having
and then you guys can react to it?
like,
I only have
but-
few of them to go through it. It's becoming more. The longer I wait, the more it becomes. Please, let me go through it real quick, please. Rich
Go for it.
Maker said, "I'm hearing.
I'll be back in
We
2
might
seconds.
we might add Sterling to the list for another loopholes with UEFA. That's from my Rich Maker.
We
Thank you
can't
very
do
much.
that, by the way. Just quickly, we can't do that because it's almost like temporary thing for when someone gets injured. So when Asugo got injured, that's why Boanote got added. But there's not another injury to do it, and I think you can only do it once potentially. I'd have to read more into it, but
Okay.
at the moment, there's not another injury to do it for.
All right, another one coming from Kyle from Behind the Dugout YouTube channel. Guys, just show some love to our brother here. Kyle, it's a top content creator. I'll say all these up and coming small numbers, but his football knowledge is very, very deep. And I've highlighted his comments right on the screen. If you look at the 3 dots right there, it will take you to his channel. If you want to know what he's all about, listen to him carefully and listen to what he has to say on his platform and show him some love by supporting, subscribing, and liking some of his videos. Okay, I know you love it. You will not regret you did. Just spend a few seconds, click on it, the 3 dots, click on the 3 dots, and it will take you straight to his channel and show some love. Behind, he said, "I can't get stuck with what we don't have. Do something with what you got right now," which is referring to Enzo Maresca. If he's trying to send message but not playing players, what is the point now? Can't do it any worse than what we have seen so far. That is from Kyle regarding Enzo Maresca. I'm very, very sure that's where his comment is deriving to. Junior said McGee should get more minutes ahead of Tariq George and also Tariq George, and George is not a striker. With the question with McGee, we'll tell you why he did not play. We'll tell you the reason why he did not play. I want to go to the comments so that we can react to the comments and the questions that you guys are asking. Behind the dugout, Kyle said, "I agree. Time is needed for James, but we are gonna have to test his limit at some point. The only way he will get stronger." That is from and that's another one from Kyle over here. Cole Palmer said, "Knee out." Oh, Cole, come on, man. Cole Palmer, if you send me out, who's gonna host the show for you? I'm your only host, Cole Palmer. You know how we do it, bro. Richmond Maker said, "Josh is
Cole
back
Palmer.
in training. Josh is back." Big up to my Cole Palmer. He says Josh is back. Guys, Cole Palmer is the controller of the chat if JC is not in there. But big up to you, Cole Palmer. So Josh is back from Richmond Maker. All right, Steven, Dan, Steven, and JC, if you guys want to react to any of it, you can go for it. McGee's question has been there. He need game time.
Yeah, I'll
the reason
quickly
I
go.
want to hear from you guys.
I'm gonna go with what he said about Mark Gui.
Yes, sir.
The thing with Mark Gui, right? You got to understand.
We have 7 minutes to go down. We have 7 minutes to go.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
make it happy, JC.
Yeah, the thing with Mark Gui, you have to understand, he couldn't make minutes because he couldn't play in the cup match because he already played a cup with the former.
No, that wasn't the reason. That rule got changed, so he was eligible, but the EFL didn't tell Chelsea till like 3 hours before kickoff.
Oh, is it?
So it was way too late.
Oh, okay. I thought so there was a thing come out saying wait because he played for Sunderland in the League Cup.
Yeah, so in the old rules he would have been cup tied, but they changed it this season. But we didn't know until like 3 hours before kickoff.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, well, that's probably.
So yeah,
Well,
the FA did us dirty. The FA
yeah. Go on, 100%. This is what I mean. That's what I mean. Like they do Chelsea do because they don't like Chelsea. But what I was just saying with Mark Gui, right? If that's the case, then he's talking about giving him minutes. I don't think Enzo Maresca, even though they called him back sharp to give games time to be strikers because now Liam Delat's been out. Mark Gui, I think they're gonna now we've signed what's his name from Strasbourg who's coming in January. I think
and he might not
Emmanuel
come
Mega.
in January, this
Amiga,
lot.
yeah, right. I don't think Mark Gui is gonna get any game time now. He's gonna what they're gonna do is back in January they're gonna loan him
What
back
did you say? What did you say? He's coming when?
in January.
He's not coming in January.
There's nothing about him coming in January.
I've
Well, we
told you
bought him.
1,000 times, Dan. You don't ever want to listen. I said
No, but Lee,
Emmanuel
we
Omega is
bought
not
him.
coming in January.
Yeah, but we bought him, and then they said he's ready to come in to be third choice striker.
No, in the summer. In the summer. It will be in the
It's
summer.
likely that it won't happen.
Because Strasbourg fans are moaning about it because if he does come in January,
No, they're moaning
literally-
because he signed for them and he signed for us and held the shirt and he's their captain and all this BS. That's why they're complaining. Oh, he's already signed for them and this, that, and the other. Okay, big deal. It happens all the time. Like,
well,
put it this way, yeah, just quickly, yeah. If it wasn't for Chelsea and Bluco, yeah, Strasbourg, respectfully, would still be fighting relegation. Yeah,
100%.
Like, comment, and
because we came in, we
subscribe.
cleared the debts. Yeah, so all the debts got cleared. We're giving them money to invest. If players come from Chelsea Academy, they're not going to get minutes. Yeah, they'll
we've
either
got
go
to
on
see
loan or
that.
end up getting sold to Strasbourg, but they're good quality players, just not like Premier League, Chelsea, Champions League level. Yeah? Then down the line, maybe Strasbourg sell them on and they get money there. So, look, they can complain all they want, but if it wasn't for Bluco, yeah, they'd be in a lot worse situation. I understand why they wouldn't want that situation, but at the same time, you have to look at it and go, well, if it wasn't for them, we'd be maybe second division and we'd have loads of financial issues like the rest of the Liga. But because of Bluco came in, they don't have those financial issues like the rest of the league. So,
All right,
sure there's negatives, but
just hang on. Yeah, sorry to butt in, Steve. Right, go look at Mac's Twitter. Yeah, and the Migo from Strasbourg striker is definitely
Matt?
coming at
Who's Matt?
coming at Chelsea in January. He's coming
Who's
to Chelsea
Matt?
in January.
Who's
Huh?
Matt?
Ask Cole Palmer and he'll tell you.
Oh, you don't know. You asked me to go and check Max. Kopama
I
said
bet
it.
it's
I don't
got to be
even know who Max
Max's
is.
in Pissy's second account.
Because it's come out with that he's coming in January.
Look, sometimes you got to look at the tweet, not just a tweet alone, but it doesn't make sense. You get the reason why I'm saying it doesn't make sense is you have Delap there, who Delap will be coming very soon from injury. What you're gonna have is you're gonna have what's his name again? Omega at the same time and have Joao Pedro at the same time.
No,
He
Joel
didn't
Pedro
have
go back to
Gio
number 10.
You at the same time.
He might divert Joel Pedro
Dan,
into a
wait,
10
2 seconds.
where you have them two at
Dan.
front now.
Dan, 2 seconds.
Let me.
He didn't say he is
correct
coming
this.
in January. He didn't say that.
There
He
is
said
genuine-
there is a chance
yeah,
that
yeah.
it happens in January with Guy going on a permanent deal to Strasbourg. He
Through
didn't say it
Strasbourg,
is
yeah.
happening. He
There
said
are
there's
reports.
a chance. But a
Yeah,
chance
there are.
could mean 1%.
No, it's not really like Stephen 1%, but normally if such reports
No, but my
come-
point is, he didn't say it is happening. He said
No,
there's
no.
a chance.
There's a
The
chance
could
that
be
they
anything.
can swap this. Yeah.
That was
Because
my
they
point.
want you to get
A
more
chance
game
could
time.
literally
also.
be 0.01%. I've got a chance.
No, they
So
want you
what's
to
the
get
point
more
bringing
game.
Mark Gui in?
Hold
What's the
on,
point
guys,
bringing?
hold on.
Sorry.
Let's make it one after the other.
Let
JC,
JC go and then
Go on, JC.
No, there
Why
is
don't
genuinely,
and Dan comes
there's genuinely a report. So I won't say 1%, but like it's not 50-50 or anything like that. It's just how to say a speculative report, and as I understand, they want you to give more game time. But that striker, the name I forget. If they bring him, he's playing right now. So why would you take him off if he's doing good? So I suppose they will look at it until January and then take a call. But by that time, also like there will be, Delap will be back as well, and
Yeah.
and we will have more games. from January, but still, I mean, so there is a thought. Yes, that's for sure.
All right, thank you very much. Just like I said, they all these people, most of them are all content creators. They hear this, they hear that, and then because they have followers and viewers, they just put it out there, and everyone is picking it up. You get what I'm saying? So
I've seen people credit him before, but
yeah,
at the same time, he never said it is happening.
When our fans when they hear this new player coming in, they get so excited, like the joy is become too much, and they fall into a trap. And the player doesn't perform, then they...
But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, we know that fans do fall in the trap, but we don't know 100%. He might come in. He might come in January, or he might not. But if it's next year,
be in the
might,
keeper.
yeah,
Might.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Might, yeah. Right. If or buts or maybes. I don't do if possible.
Not probable.
Or probably, yeah, probably mentally. Yeah.
No, it's
but
possible, probable.
Possible, yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Fans do hype up when they see a new sign in there, reckon it'll come in. But the thing with
you're one of them.
I ain't one of them, Lee. I ain't one of them.
Oh,
But I'm not. Yeah, no, but I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not talking to that one. I'm not talking to that because it's more for. Yeah, no, but the spot. No. Because the thing is, we were all overhyped. Even uni, we thought everyone was going to get Xavi Simmons, but the sporting directors. Yeah, the sporting.
I never wanted Xavi Simmons.
Yeah. Okay. But you because you're a big love for Wigan-Acho that ain't done nothing since he's come at Chelsea. You're okay. But I'm not going to go to that one. I'm not going to go there. But the thing with what?
Noise. When no, but what? You're making noise now.
Sorry. But
what? No one can understand what you do. No one is just understanding you.
No. What I'm saying is, yeah, but what I'm trying to explain this year. Liam Delap's not back next year, right? He might not be back, by next year after in January.
No,
right?
what are you talking about? He's coming in November.
In about 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, he'll be back in November.
Yeah, okay. Well, Cole Palmer, I don't know where Cole Palmer's coming. He's saying he's not back till next year. He's not ready for next year. But yeah, if he comes back in 6 weeks, no, but he still ain't gonna be ready because he's been out. He's lost he ain't had a lot of time in this, right?
In a week time, he'll be ready. In a week time, he should be ready.
But what I'm trying, so what I'm trying to explain is, if Mark Goury's just come back from Sunderland on loan, right, and you're not going to give this guy the chance to play games for Chelsea for minutes in a cup match, or I know he couldn't play the cup match, but the next cup match he might not play that as well, Steve. Yeah, and also he ain't playing in the Premier League games, so we could talk about the Premier League games where he could have chance to play in, but he hasn't had chance.
And you realise Maresca has publicly said that he likes him, but there's still stuff he needs to improve, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but he's still good. He was good at Barcelona, so there's nothing improved there where he was good at Barcelona when it was like the thing with Mark Goury when he was at Barcelona, he was outstanding up front when he used to play for Bayern and score goals and assists.
Dan, don't get carried away. He did not play more than 10 games for Barcelona.
Yeah, he did. Go check it up,
more than 10 games.
Go check up, Nate. Yeah, he did, Nate. Go check.
Stephen's fact checkers coming out.
Yeah, get your fact checkers out. He did it because he also scored for Barcelona.
I watched Barcelona games.
No one's disputing whether he scored for them or not.
No.
He scored a worldie. How many goals did he score for Barcelona? And how many games did he play for Barcelona for him to say he was outstanding for Barcelona?
He played 7 first-team games and got 2 goals.
Yeah, and what about the cup matches, Steve?
7 in all competitions, got 2 goals.
So probably not many Premier League games. 3
in La Liga, got 1 goal. 2 in the Copa del Rey, got no goals. 2 in the Champions League and got 1 goal.
Oh, so he's played games. He's got a bit of experience in the Champions League as well.
He's played 7 games for them.
7 games.
Yeah, but 7 games. Yeah, but 7 games because you don't
How do you outline 7 games as outstanding?
Put it this way: if you include the Club World Cup,
Lewandowski in front.
If you include the Club World Cup and the Conference League, he played 16 games for Chelsea last season, which is over double what he played for Barca.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and he scored 6 goals.
He scored 6 goals
in 16.
Yeah.
I think he should be getting game time.
Thank
be
you.
fair-
But this is what I'm
to be
saying,
fair-
JC.
He did get 6 out of 6 goals in the 9 Conference League games.
Oh, there you are. It's a goal's a goal. You say this is a still major trophy, the Conference League. He still scored goals in a major trophy.
I haven't said anything. The only thing
But
I've
the-
said about the Conference League is it was
No,
nice to
all-
complete the
all-
set and give the youth some minutes. That's all I've said on it.
Steven, he had like in league 3 appearances for Chelsea, and then in the
Something
National
like that.
Cup or FA Cup,
Carabao
he
Cup,
had
he
one
had 2
appearance,
appearances.
one in League Cup, and in all these 3 competitions he didn't score. But in the Conference League, he appeared in 9 games and he scored 6 goals.
But
So-
this is what I'm saying to JC. So from that last year, yeah, he still provided for Chelsea with great success in 16 games and 6 goals, right? So he's got time to play this season. Last season he had time. This season he could have game minutes. He could also have played against Brentford. He could have played against a bit of Bayern Munich to have a bit of match fitness after Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich was losing 3-1 anyway, right? He could have had the
He's
game of
not
that.
on our A list, is he?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the A list. I haven't seen the A
pretty
list or
sure
B
he's not on
team.
the A list.
He is in our A list, yeah. But he's
Oh, is he
young,
on the A
so-
list? Yeah.
So he's not taking any spot or anything like that. He's too young for taking a spot. So that's
So
that's
they've
the reason.
yeah, but then that's what I'm saying, JC, is yeah. So they've gone and loaned him out to Sunderland,
I
and then
would
when
rather have him-
when then
Where they weren't starting him, by the way.
they're only but he played one game with them. He played one
he and
game.
Delap are better than Joe Pedro at pressing, to be honest.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
really quick.
This is what I'm saying.
The thing is, right, we saw it, and I'm going to make this quick because we do need to wrap up.
Yeah.
We were seeing it. You had Palmer out wide. You had João Pedro behind Delap, so as a 10, and then you had Delap as a striker, right? What you could do, that seems crazy. What you could do is you could have, say, try Estabao on the left with Palmer on the right, João Pedro as a 10, and Delap up top. That's what you could try.
That's
When-
AI. That's not real, I think.
Huh?
No, that's AI. That's AI.
That's
That's not
AI.
real.
It's still
Yeah, that's
crazy.
AI. It's crazy.
That's AI generated.
Yeah, AI.
You could tell it's AI.
Well, before I finish off, yeah, what I'm
All
going to
right.
say about Mark.
Don't,
so
make
just really
it
quick.
snappy. Make it snappy. so
I
we
am.
can
I'm
jump on.
trying. See, with Mark Gui, right?
I got
so
some
you
few
can-
comments from Rich Moneymaker. Go ahead, Dan. Go
What?
ahead.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
What? Right. Mark Gui, yeah, could have had a chance to play for Brentford against Brentford. He could have played against minutes of Bayern Munich, because if he's in the A team, then he could have a chance to play against Bayern Munich. Then he could have a chance to. Then he could have gone and played into the Manchester United game. The thing with Enzo Marasco, right? You call this player back for emergency because Liam Delap has gone injured. You have Joel Pedro, yeah, is only the player that has been in the number 9 as a striker, trying to do so much work in that thing, and it's worrying in case he gets another injury, because he had an injury with Brighton, and we'll keep him forcing Joel Pedro. Where you could have done this, yeah, is get Mark Gui to have game times, and I don't think, yeah, by till now until before January, when the transfer market's back on, we'll see Mark Gui have any minutes for Chelsea and any minutes for time in the Premier League or Cup games. He'll go back on loan out. And this new striker might be impossible. They might bring him in January. We don't know, yeah. But if it's the case, if you bring him in with him and Delap, they'd be the number 9. You'll see more probably Joel Pedro be back where he was playing for Brighton in a number 10 role, like with Cole Palmer, resting Cole Palmer a bit more. That's what I think they're bringing. That's what they might do. They might bring him in, and then Joel Pedro will be out on a number 10 where he's playing the best out where he did it at Brighton.
By the way,
Thank you very much, Dan.
just quickly, Nee,
Yes,
do
David.
you know another reason why Omega won't happen in January?
What?
Who's got to go if we bring Omega in January? Who?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Mark Gui.
Okay, but is Guy going to play for Chelsea before January?
No, they'll loan him back out.
No, is he going to play for Chelsea before January?
Who, Mark Gui? No, I
Yeah.
don't think he will.
You don't think he's going to get a single second?
He won't
If
get a game.
Milan
No.
is coming in December, then
Okay, game
he
time.
only has like how much? 2 months.
Put it
Because
this way,
Delap
right?
2
is
months,
coming
yeah.
in.
Put it
If
this way:
Delap
if
is
he
returning
gets a
next month,
single second on that football pitch for Chelsea, yeah, then he
he
can't
will
go
get
anywhere in
some.
January.
No, Stephen, he will get some substitute
Yeah,
in
no, but
5 minutes,
JC, this
10
is what I'm
minutes.
saying to
No,
disprove
he's,
what
he's
Dan
gonna
is
end up
saying,
playing for
right?
2 clubs. He's gonna end
He
up playing for
can't
2
play for
clubs.
3 clubs in the same season unless you go from here to like Asia or something where the calendars overlap or something. I can't remember, or MLS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he wouldn't be able to play Sunderland, which he's played, Chelsea,
Did
which
he
he
play for
very much could
Sunderland?
play,
Did he
and then
start?
another team.
Did he
He
play?
could go.
Did he
He could drop
manage
into the championship. They could drop him
He
into the
played
championship.
minutes for Sunderland. Yeah,
All right. Okay. If he played, then like he cannot play for 3 clubs, only 2.
yeah. That's why I'm saying to Dan,
Unless
like,
you
who's
go back
still
to
going to make
Sunderland.
the Champions
Unless
in
you go
January?
back to Sunderland.
Because he's probably got
Yeah,
played.
but
But that will apply.
Sunderland's in the
But
Premier
the
League.
fact
Sunderland's in the
is
Premier League. He could go into the championship. They could drop him in. He
No,
could go play in the
he
championship.
can't. It's
He
still
can.
the same FA.
He
It's
can.
still
The same
English
rules,
FA.
Dan. The same rules.
It's
No,
the
the
He
question
can't
English
play for
FA.
3 clubs in the
It's
season.
from FIFA. It's FIFA as well, by the way, not just
Yeah.
the FA.
Stephen, the question is, Stephen, the fact checker, the question is, like he is,
Fact
let me see
checker.
how old is he? He's 19 years old. So does that rule still apply to him?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like it's like for 19 years, like below something, some age limit, I don't think there are many restrictions.
All right. So whilst you guys are checking it, let me run through this
Yeah,
real quick
Stephen.
so I can be
I
Hang
will
doing
on,
it.
take
I've got it
Steve's
up.
word
I've
for
got it
that.
up, Nee. I've got it up.
No.
Where was it? Give me 2 seconds. I'm just double checking the thing. I'm gonna find the actual one on FIFA, but it's true that you can't play. You could be registered for 3 teams, but you can only play for 2 teams, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
But he's still young.
That's not relevant to it.
The age factor does not relax the rules, right?
Correct. So, under FIFA rules, a player can be registered with a maximum of 3 clubs in one season, but, and this is the point I'm making, but can only play in official matches, so league matches and cup matches, for a maximum of 2. An exception exists for players moving between associations with overlapping seasons. Example, a summer season in one country and a winter season in another. So kind of what I was saying. So if he goes from England to MLS, I'm pretty sure he's fine because they overlap, but they start at different times, allowing them to play for a third club after fulfilling a contractual obligation to previous ones. So that's the exception to the rule.
But how many games? He only had 1 game at Sunderland. He didn't even
It doesn't. No, he played about
play
3,
him in
but it
minutes.
doesn't matter how many. If you play a single second, you are not allowed to play for a third.
Steven, here's the thing. Like Chelsea is a loopholes club, yeah. These rules apply to loan. The rumor on the Twitter
No,
and
it
everywhere
applies even
is
for permanence.
they are thinking of selling, like sending him permanent on a permanent transfer.
But it would still apply. There's nothing in the rule that state it only applies to loans.
Okay.
The rule is just explicitly stated as you could be registered for 3 but only play for 2.
Yeah, even if you
There's
come up
nothing
and
saying the exceptions are loans and stuff like that.
Dan,
Unlike where
even-
it says about no.
But if you sell a player, say you went and sold Mark Gui, then you have that he could go and play for the club.
No,
yeah,
because
if
he's
it's
played
sold,
for Sunderland, Chelsea, and then
no,
Strasbourg.
even if it's sold, the same situation.
No, it can't because he got loaned to Sunderland.
Dan. He would have played for 3 teams in the same type of
season.
calendar. If he goes to the MLS, different conversation entirely. This is what
No,
I'm saying.
but like in Europe, if he
Different
went back to
continent.
Europe, if say we sold him to Europe,
No,
to
Dan.
European, you can.
Do you know what? There is
Because
a couple of exceptions in Europe because when their season starts, but he wouldn't go to those leagues because it'd be like Norway and stuff like that.
Steven, the fact checker, can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Give me a second, Dan. JC, please give
JC,
me a second.
note it down in the chat and I'll get to it.
Of course.
Junior, thank you very much for watching us all the way in South Africa, Madiba land. Thank you very much for watching us all the way there, guys. Also, if you haven't liked, you haven't subscribed, if you're first time joining us on the show and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor, subscribe. It's very, very important That's the only way we can grow and get the numbers that we're looking for. And you have to drop a like on this video. Also, what are you waiting for? Drop a like on the video if you're being entertained and being educated by a lot of our panel members. Please join us and let that happen. All right. I don't see us winning against Brighton on Saturday. It's going to be a different ball game. It's going to be a win for Chelsea. I have that belief. Rich Moneymaker said, breaking news. I have been told that our coach has got to get in the top 8 for the Champions League for a 16 minutes the 16 minimum position. Okay. Be it that Egbali has told Vincent Sterling he isn't happy with the goalkeeping situation at the moment at the football club. That is from Rich Moneymaker. Thank you, Rich Moneymaker. He came again and said, I'm in meeting today. Our coach has been told he has done a very, very good job, but he needs to stop complaining because the owners are getting attacked by the supporters of the fan base.
They were getting attacked anyway because they're doing a bad job. So
yeah. Jackson isn't in the club Champions League squad, so even if he sell him, he will not count towards complying with UEFA rules. If they sell Sterling, they won't even count to bring players in next summer.
Yeah, he's quoting what Matt Law said on the London is Blue podcast.
Oh, okay.
Which is stuff we've touched on before. It's the same restrictions with UEFA are in place for Chelsea next summer as well, where only players on the A list for the knockout rounds that get sold will count towards the UEFA calculation to allow us to register new players for the Champions League.
Thank you very much. That from Stephen. Guys, if you're watching, all the information is right here on this platform. All the information. If I don't have it, Stephen got it. If Stephen don't have it, if Stephen doesn't have it, Chelsea Dan will have it. Or JC will also have it. But most of the time, Stephen got all these on his fingertips. He will drop it on the show for us. No PR from me, from my Rich Moneymaker. Says Cole Palmer, I only gave facts. It says PR Rich Moneymaker, don't fool me. All right, in my opinion, Cole Palmer said, in my opinion, Rich Moneymakers. All right, we must build our revenue. I respect Chelsea are trying to do a settlement with the FA to stop the hiring. It is stop the hiring, right? All right. Rich Moneymaker said they're going to have to sell first team players. I'm sure I've touched on it. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. JC, you can ask your question. Steven, you can jump in and ask your question. Then we can call it a day. We got just 3 minutes to make it completely 2 hours.
JC, what was your question that you wanted to ask?
The tagline. Is it true Sterling rejected Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
What is he complaining about the late?
This is what we're saying. This is literally what we're saying earlier.
Yeah.
What's that?
Jackson rejecting Bayern. How is he complaining?
He's got problem with this. Like there is something called superstar syndrome.
It could be. Jackson got issues.
Bro said, I think I'm still big time.
He's big time into superstar syndrome, like entitled kind of a guy.
I love having JC on the panel, man. It's so entertaining.
Should I say this, that what Manchester United fans said to Alejandro Garnacho? United fans said this, that
you need
Alejandro Garnacho feels that he's the next Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe Jackson feels he's the next superstar. That's how he sees himself, but he's not anywhere close to what he is.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how Jackson thinks. He's because of what he does on the pitch. He's not anywhere close to what he does on the, what we see. He thinks he does a few things. When he scores goals, he goes like, yeah, maybe a goal in 5 games.
Who?
A goal in 10 games.
I am hearing that we want to put Sterling in our A list somehow.
No.
Yeah. I've just literally something come up on my thing on on
And
some
I don't
episode
think
about
he is
Raheem
in the
Sterling.
correct frame of mind, and I think this is the reason he's not starting.
JC, this is what I was just explaining, bro. The UEFA thing only happens with the injury. So Asugo got injured long term. That's why Bowanotte's in, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have another long term injury to then take that person out of the A list to put Sterling in. Plus, I think I saw somewhere that restriction is literally for one player, one change or something like that, I think is correct. But bottom line is we've not got another long-term injury to take someone out to put Sterling in regardless. So
interesting. Junior, thank you very much watching this live from South Africa. I said we need a great goalkeeper because Sanchez is not good enough. He was Brighton's third choice and we made him our number one, which is really crazy from him.
It is true.
It is true. It is true. But let's say, has he done well so far to deserve to be in that position? I think he's done well. He's done well.
Oh, Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez.
He hasn't done well at all.
Why?
You got to blame him for that mistake what he did at United.
No, you don't use one game to analyze or justify
It's just
a
not one
player's
game.
performance. No, you don't use one game. You can't do that.
Start of the season, it's made a few mistakes. Look at the Crystal Palace free kick where he could have saved it.
No.
Look at the next game before that.
Anyway,
Look at the game before that.
Wrap up, right?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up.
I need to go anyway. I need to go.
Yeah, no,
I need to wrap up, mate. It's 20. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna quickly say something. Yeah, everyone in the chat, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Big ups to everyone. I'm the Chels. Lee, my brother, I've got to go because my dinner's just turned up.
Bon appetit.
All right, and I'll catch you later.
Italiano. Mamacito, Ayato,
Au revoir, can I say? Au revoir. Big ups.
Dan, what does it mean? Au revoir, what does it mean?
It's French.
Yeah, hold on, I'm asking Dan, what does it mean?
He's
Dan.
gone.
It's not gone, he's there. Dan.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone now. I will be surprised. Dan will say au revoir. He probably doesn't know what it means.
Oh, mad. Nee, on a side note, just before we wrap up,
yeah,
a former Arsenal striker from their academy.
Yeah,
he, I believe he was playing in the game at National League level over the weekend for Chichester, or however you pronounce it, and he passed away, I believe, when playing the game.
Oh no!
Aged 21 years old.
No, that's not good.
Billy Viger, I think is how you pronounce it.
That's not good.
Blue Clouds Media. Breaking news. Breaking news live on Blue Clouds Media.
That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, our prayers for him.
Yeah.
Me Dan replied.
He said bye. Bye, and he means bye. All right, au revoir. Au revoir, Dan.
Nee, you must be knowing French.
Yeah, I speak a bit of French, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, it is today. This is where we're gonna draw the show, close the show, draw the curtains, and call it today. We've been here for 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. It's been Stephen G and JC here with us. So lean. You guys are there, but you're not putting in the comments. I always like to hear from you. I like to shout you guys out, your name, give you a shout out and all that. Lean is a name. He said, I'm late today, but big up Blues. Big up to you, my brother. Let me know exactly where you're watching us from. And if you haven't dropped a like on the video, do it before you forget. I know sometimes we say we'll do it, and then we forget to do that. But yeah,
it's free. It costs nothing.
Exactly. Lean. I'm sure I got the name right. Lean, right, Stephen? Is it Lean or Lean?
You're asking the wrong person. I'm not gonna guess.
Should be right. Lean. Lean is the name. I'm sure I got it right. But Lean, big up to you. Nice to thank you for spending the time with us on the show and listening to. We went through a series of topics. We talked about Raheem Sterling's situation where he rejected Bayern Munich. He also have a few loans offers, but he still did not join, or even offers to join the football club. The likes of Celtic was there. The likes of Galatasaray has a chance to join there, and Aston Villa, but this man did not take it. And latest be reported by the Athletic today that he rejected Bayern Munich too. I don't know, but what is wrong with him? The family issues, personal issues, and where his career is going to end. He's going to, focus on his career as a player. I don't know, but yeah, since it is. Yes, it is, bro. Okay, no problem. JC said, Paul Mason on Chelsea, Chelsea versus Brighton. Says big game for all the Brighton players because they are on the trail. If they have a good game, they can join Chelsea. They can join Chelsea. If they have the big, they can join.
Oh, I know what he's on about. Merson said it in his prediction about the Brighton players will be up for it because of it's like a trial for them. If they have a good game, Chelsea assign them because
it's a trial. I said trial. Yeah, trial. Yeah, trial.
Because we keep signing players from Brighton.
Paul Mason, you know what? F you.
No, Paul Merson's all right, to be fair.
No. I'm not saying he's bad.
He's
I'm not
also
saying
a Chelsea fan.
He's being sarcastic here. He's saying, if they try, if they do
he's
well.
Sarcastic. There's a difference between what he's saying and what a Carragher or a Neville would say. Also, I'm pretty sure if I remember rightly, he's a Chelsea fan. So
I'm not saying he said something bad, but I'm saying he's saying something that Chelsea fans don't want to hear. Like, okay, these guys are going to have a trial against Chelsea, a preseason trial or maybe a trial.
We might be getting a technical director. The thing I showed you yesterday about that We Are guy.
Yeah.
We know where this is going.
And to be honest, I'll be honest. All the players we purchased from Brighton, all of them have done well.
They've done well.
Except from Sanchez.
Sanchez hasn't done bad, Steven.
Like he gave us 2 trophies.
Yeah.
No,
hasn't
two.
done
One.
Don't try it.
No, but no. He qualified you for top 4. He qualified
That's
you
not
for
a trophy. We're not Arsenal. We don't play
No. I'm telling you something that he's done good. He qualified your team, Chelsea, to get the top 4 spot.
Let's not go there because that's such.
I'd also make the argument that Jorgensen helped get us top 4 as well.
No. You guys are confusing yourself right now. The point is, has it done good? Has it done good since you joined Chelsea?
Jorgensen also helped us get top 4.
No, I'm not talking about the Chelsea Football Club, JC. I'm not talking about Chelsea Football Club. I'm talking about the individual. When was the last time Chelsea played Champions League? About 3 seasons now, right? 3 seasons. If Sanchez was the one in goalpost that traveled to Forest Ground to pick up, to have a clean sheet, that's what he qualified for.
By that point, yeah, JC 2
Until December, sorry, Stephen. Until December, Sanchez was not that good. I will admit that. And he cost us something like 4 or 5 points. If we had those 5 points, we would be second.
Well, he's the same person that made it to fourth, whatever position we went.
Yeah.
Factually speaking,
he saved also against Brentford, against I think a few other teams. He kept us in game. That's true.
Factually speaking, by the point you're making, Jorgensen also got us Champions League football.
How?
Jorgensen played 6 Premier League games.
And okay.
And
6 Premier League games is not enough. Sanchez kept the rest.
He cost us 1 game.
Hang on. Let me look at this quickly. Where were the Prem ones? So
I think which was that game, like the ball slipped out of his hand and went into the goal.
And then the following game, he was being benched. He was being benched.
Yeah, but like both of them were crap until December. After that, like Sanchez picked up a little bit.
Yeah. Lynn said, I think. Lynn, thank you very much for your comment. He says, I think Sterling is still enjoying a major salary he's receiving from Chelsea. That's why he rejected those clubs because his salary will be reduced. That's a problem. That's a problem. Bear in mind.
I'll tell you, my son played football in minus 21 degrees centigrade. I don't know how much is Fahrenheit. In minus 21. He's
very bad.
I want to see Sterling earning his salary playing in the winters during the night time.
You said minus 21 Celsius, right?
-21 degrees Celsius. Yeah.
In Fahrenheit, that is -5.8.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no, JC.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
bad for their legs, their bones especially.
No,
The
no,
bones.
no. They were sweating.
And their lungs. It's very
No.
bad.
They had to wear gloves. They had to wear a cap.
Oh. But anyway,
and they had inners in the sense like you see players playing with this like
The
inside.
thermals, isn't it?
yeah. 5 degrees here in America, 5 degrees is kind of like everything is frozen here. Black.
Not 5 degrees, -5.
Yeah,
Basically
-5.
-6.
Yeah, I mean
was
-5 degrees.
He was playing, he was running. I was standing beside on the field. I was standing and cheering.
JC, did your feet turn to icicles?
I was jumping, man. I was really jumping, trying
You
to
gotta
keep
keep
myself
moving.
warm. Yeah,
Go and
because
look-
I
go
could
and-
not
go
stand.
and-
I had to walk and jump and walk and jump like.
Bro, I would have had
Yeah.
about
You have to
20
move.
layers
You
on.
have to move.
JC, make a few research. Go look at the what do you call it? The Chiefs manager Andy Reid. He's got frozen
I know
mustache
the one you're on
last
about, yeah.
season.
Bro, it was so cold. His
mustache was all
literally icicles. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
even.
they had the same. They had the same. My kid, when he came off the field, his like where there are these shoelaces, they were ice because like you get like wet, you got sweaty, and that turns into ice. They were but they were warm. They were running.
Yeah. All right.
Hang on, I've got a picture of it.
Yeah. Oh, you got a picture of it of Andy Reid. There, just look at it. Those mustaches is frozen.
No, but not
The
that.
snot,
bad.
the snot and everything, the water that was dripping from his nose, and then all the snow that was falling on his mustache, everything is frozen. It was
Yeah, I
frozen.
think I still have the video I took of that. Of that game. I will send you a personal chat if you want to see.
Yeah, Andy
Bro,
Reid.
it's so wild.
Yeah. All right, Rich Moneymaker, what are you saying? Rich Moneymaker said that Chelsea are taking technical directors, but that's good. That's a good news because the technical directors wanted mix of experience. So when Stanley, watch out. With Stanley, I know you
say
guys don't
that,
like
but the technical director who was in the box the other day was from Brighton.
Yeah, more from Brighton. Guys, look, I think are the Brighton owners not Americans? Are they not Americans?
No.
No?
No.
But I mean, they like doing business with Chelsea. The owner said, if they pay good money, so why wouldn't I do business with them? They pay good money.
He's
You
English.
get what I mean? He's English. Yeah.
Sure.
Is it Tony Blue? Is it Tony Bloom they call him?
Yeah, he's English.
Tony Bloom. Okay. Yeah, Tony Bloom. He does good business. He says Chelsea pays good money. So I mean, if you have why do people?
I think the direct quote was, "Chelsea is our best customer."
Yeah, that means they pay good money. They will buy always. If you have a customer who comes in every day and buy your food and he doesn't cook, wouldn't you appreciate that? It makes your business go on.
But I mean, also, just quickly because we are meant to wrap up half hour ago now. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The other thing is, right, somebody said to me, "Oh, not United, Liverpool are looking at Belieber in January." I went, "Bro, they're not spending on 3 players 115 million plus in the space of 6 months. It's not happening."
And they can't sell much. They haven't sold much.
Correct. Well, technically, they have this year because of Diaz and Nunes.
Yeah, I know they have. They've sold so quiet, but they've all lost so much money. They've lost almost all the players. They've lost
But
Anthony.
typically, they don't always sell that well. That's the issue.
Yeah, they've lost money on Anthony. They've lost money. If Hoyland, is he sold or is he on loan?
Wayland,
Yeah.
you're on about United.
Yeah, United I'm talking about. Who are you talking about?
I said Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
That's why I said they're not going to sign 3 players for 115 plus million in the
okay.
space of 6 months.
Yeah, they can do that. They have to sell a lot too to be able to buy more. Else, Arne Slot will not get good transfer in the next 2 seasons. He's not going to get as much as he's getting now.
He'll probably get
And
transfer ban is what will happen.
007 is still doing his thing, JC. 007. Florian Wirtz. What did I tell you guys? 007. He's struggling. Florian Wirtz is struggling. And everyone is going quiet. Everyone is going quiet. They said they'll start talking.
everyone takes time. The only
said it was-
I think we should have gone for Ekitike instead of Gittins.
Ekitike is banging goals for fun, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what makes me laugh? Bro, you scored against a terrible team and you whipped your shirt off like you're Messi, bro.
We're not asking for
And then
70
you got
million,
sent off
DJ.
for it. That's the best bit. You got your second yellow card for it.
Yeah. I need
How?
to take him off my fantasy league team, man. Like he's got a red card. He's not really eligible to
He's
play.
suspended for the weekend against Palace.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
Palace at Selhurst as well, so.
To us back. All right. Steven G, JC, thank you guys very much for coming on. It's been a very, very entertaining stream. The viewers, they can even testify to that. Lead, Rich Wanamaker, everyone there. Everyone there it's been a very, very interesting stream. Guys, I want to say thank you all for joining. Much love to all of you. Enjoy the rest of the evening. JC is very late, probably. It's not too late, but it's getting there. Steven is still in the earlier phases. I think it's around 10 p.m. No, not 10 p.m. I think 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Right? 8:05. Yeah, 5 past.
I might go watch a couple of the Europa League games if any of the Greek teams are playing.
Yeah. Who is playing? Someone is it Aston Villa?
Like today,
Villa is
there
playing.
shouldn't be any games, huh?
Yeah, Villa is playing.
Villa are playing Bologna, but I'm gonna watch probably one of the Greek teams.
Is Strasbourg playing?
No,
It's
no.
Europa League only.
Europa League only.
So Strasbourg is in Conference League or what?
Yeah, their Conference
Yeah.
League. They would have been Europa League, but they got knocked into Conference League on the last day because, ironically enough, the person they got on loan from Nottingham Forest gave away a penalty in the last minute. And because they conceded that penalty, actually, it got scored, it dropped them into the Conference League instead of keeping them in the Europa League place.
Okay.
Nothing weird about that at all, given everything that then proceeded to happen regarding Forest and Palace and all that stuff.
Yeah. Is there any Dutch team playing today?
Let me.
Must be, right?
Utrecht.
All right, guys, I want to say thank you all, everyone that have made today's stream possible. Hello to you all, Nizion, Steven G, and JC. We all say hello and welcome again same time tomorrow. And we want to say thank you. Thank you with so much big love. Yeah, see that love over there? I want to say thank you very much. I want to see you again same time. Always, you can share our video and show your love and support. Also, I have a membership. I have some few membership I will be giving out. So tomorrow, guys, tune in. I have membership that I want to figure out so I can give out some free membership to you guys. So the first 5 people that join the stream as soon as I go live will get free membership from us. Free membership on our show. So make it happen. Tomorrow, Nizion is here. Steven G. Guys, want to say anything before we end the stream?
No, just other than the usual stuff, make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe and turn the bell notification on. That's what I've got to say. We'll be back tomorrow. Everything I've just said is going to cost you nothing at all. It's completely free to hit the like and subscribe and turn the bell notification on. And it's obviously goes without saying how much of a massive help that is for the channel. So that's all I want to say.
Thank you. Guys,
and big up to everyone that joined us as well today, of course.
Yeah, that's true. JC, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I just wanted to add, maybe when you give memberships, like the first few memberships, or we do some kind of a invite to few members to come online and have a chat with us or something.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be working on that. We'll be giving an invite to a few of our members to come online and come on here and have a say. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. Set yourself up. Jump in. You have the voice. Put a voice on here. Let us hear from you. We know you're there. You want to talk. You want to talk Chelsea. You want to talk football. You're right. You want to talk about Chelsea. Time for you to join. Be part of our panel. And once in a while, you can join us and discuss football with us. Thank you all. If there's football, there's Europa League game going on here. Aston Villa playing Bologna. Bologna is the name, not Bologna. Bologna. is the name. And also FC Porto playing RB Salzburg. Also there, you can go and check it out.
Go ahead,
Rangers
Eagles
are playing
were
Genk.
playing earlier.
Yeah, Rangers are also playing Genk. Eintracht Frankfurt, I'm sure, playing Olympic Lyonnais right now. And you also have a Stuttgart versus Celta Vigo. So there's a lot of games that you can watch. Celtic are also playing Young Boys. A few games that you can watch. Guys, go to Benfica. Also, we'll be playing later. Is it later? Yeah, from the
Celtic aren't playing Young Boys.
Yeah, who is that?
Panathinaikos are.
Oh, they
Where
have
you
like
got
they have that what do you call it? That sign. It looks like
Talking of
Celtic.
Young Boys and Panathinaikos have just gone 1-0 up.
Oh, 1-0 up. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you all. Steven's happy. Thank you all. We're going to come back again soon. Let's have one comment here. Comment came in and Lynn said, "Nee, Steven and JC, thank you too. Guys, keep going with the good job. Thank you very much, brother. We'll see you again same time tomorrow. Adios." Leo Desperandones, I always say. JC.
Yo.
Leo Desperandones, JC.
Hang on to hope.
Absolute JC, come on, man. Come on.
I don't know much.
All right, Leo Desperandones. Now respond will be hang on to hope, and I'll see you guys at the same time tomorrow. Adios. Bye bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall.